so I'm not. I'm not convinced it's not.
Trev, you know, if Ark was still standing here, we would have to explain it to him. So, but yeah, with the two of you, I don't have to explain simple jokes. So that's a very nice. Crazy Raccoon almost did make it through, but they're now waiting in the semi-finals, and they're waiting for their opponent, which you already mentioned them, Kenny, is gonna be FaZe Zero versus Rival Esports. I think this one is gonna be a very close one. On the left-hand side, we have a fairly new roster with FaZe Zero, a roster that we haven't really seen in the BSC. Only one of the players, we have it here, FaZe Zero versus Rival Esports. One of the players, Mira, has been showed up before. The other two, completely unknown to me. And then on the right-hand side, Rival Esports, who have qualified so far very consistently for 3 out of 3 monthly finals, showing up with 2 rookies and playing a lot better than many of us expected.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Rival Esports, for me, they're just kind of one of those mid-pack teams. As you said, they're not, going to be like, oh, for sure they're going to get a win. Even against rookies, in FaZe Zero, it's like, it's one of those things where any of these teams can win. And I think it was quarterfinal 2, quarterfinal 4, where it's very much just like, oh, this is very much up in the air. I thought 1 and 3 were going to be tied on victories. So now I'm like, oh god, maybe this is going to be very, very close considering
Let's
that
watch
one I thought
East Asia monthly finals.
on CR's way was so close.
Yeah, I think it gives us the benefit of the doubt. It makes me excited. I mean, especially when we
I
see
think
new
it's a
talents that
5
haven't
minutes break,
necessarily
right?
gotten the limelight on the stage. Rival have had several opportunities. They've impressed, but to your point, semifinals has kind of been their ceiling so far. If they want to go to something like an LCQ, they're going to have to really explode in the second split.
So Rival is led by Rio Hay and then 2 rookies, as I talked about already. We didn't really think too much coming into the spring splits this year.
ओए मोनिश आवाज सही से आ रही है ना?
Can he really lead them to a victory? And they're sitting very comfortably at the 5th slot at the moment. Yes, only the top 3 will actually make it through, but they're in the perfect position
I
to
go
still
watch
catch
Surgeon.
up to the others.
Yeah,
ठीक है भाई, okay.
exactly what I
Thank you
mean.
for
It's
joining
kind
the
of what
stream.
You said, I think it was like 3 to 6. That mid pack that's behind the Crazy Raccoons and Zetas. It's all to play for. It's unfortunate that CR and Zeta didn't bring more slots back for this region because there's 100% more teams
All good
deserving
voices.
than just the
Okay.
top 3 for those postseason spots. So I'm really sad that that's going to be the case, that we're going to see a few of these really good teams miss out.
Okay,
but
bro.
it also gives us a really electric second half of the year where there's going to be 1.5 times points and a lot of teams trying to get to postseason.
Make sure to lock in your predictions also for quarterfinal number 2. Event.brawlstars.com and you can
यार
get
second
basically
match
full
में इतना कुछ
reports.
अच्छा
They're
नहीं
gonna be
होगा.
changed this weekend from next weekend, so it makes sense to lock in your predictions not only for
I will
East Asia,
sleep
EMEA,
tomorrow
but
at
also
5
for
o'clock
SA
now.
and
बढ़िया भाई.
next weekend. So we have a lot of Brawl esports for you in the next 2 weeks. I'm really excited for that, and if we follow up with another super close match as we did in quarterfinal number 1, I think we get our money's worth.
Fingers crossed. I mean, that was some pretty good stuff in the first one. A double set 5 off the rip would be some unremarkable stuff. I think, and it's very possible in
Chat,
this one too.
what's
FaZe Zero is much
your
more of an unknown quantity, where Rival,
points?
again, have shown some good stuff, but not special to the point of something like a CR or a
मेरा
Zeta.
तो
I'm
एक
looking to
सही
see if
है.
they can do that today.
दूसरा
FaZe
पता नहीं
Zero,
देखता.
a unknown quantity, but they did beat Zeta Division in the monthly qualifiers. We have to talk about that one because they're actually sitting at the top seed. Rival, unfortunately, lost 1 round, and they're therefore sitting at the lower bottom. They get to vote the second map, therefore. First map pick from FaZe Zero here, Pinhole Pond. We get to
Wait,
see
what?
the map
These
in
guys
action
can
today.
now.
First
Oh,
locate, hideout, dueling beetles.
wow. Chat, ये लोग vote कर सकते हैं
Some
आपसे map.
similar maps that we've just seen. Do we expect the same drafts as well, Trev?
I think similar. I do think the global bans can affect like the meta quite heavily.
Bro, what
at the
the
moment, to be
fuck?
honest. So depending on the global bans,
These
it's gonna
guys
be,
can now
not
do.
the biggest differentiation in meta, but 100%. Even if one brawler comes through, so many different.
Chat,
picks
ये
can
लोग भी
follow.
कर सकते हैं
So
आपसे.
I'm intrigued to see what the global bans
Chat,
will
is
be.
my
and
voice
then I
lower?
would assume it'll be for the most part pretty similar.
Hello.
If I would-
We can see a few
नहीं
more
सही है.
If I would have to bet, I would probably say that we're going to see Edgar and Damien banned
I would
out
hope so.
all the time today.
सब
If
सही है ना?
they get somehow through the global ban stage, they're probably going to pick up in the regular bans. Both of these brawlers just a bit too oppressive at the moment.
I think so too. I mean, last time though, we did see global bans be more unique. I mean, double anti-tank, I believe, coming out. I think it was Nita and Chester. So even moments like that where it's not those big dogs,
What?
it comes out
Never
as
mind.
yeah. I think Looney
Wait,
are doing it in
what?
general, but
Edgar
I think
open
Colette
है,
is one that
Damien
immediately
open
strikes
है.
me as something at Brawl Cup that really
Bro,
stood out to me. And obviously we
what
saw the
the?
defensive play of the day, maybe play of the century in terms of that Brawl.
Yo,
overall.
chat, like and
More just more
subscribe,
of a niche
chat.
one as well. I think in just pros hands, it's really frustrating to deal with. But these are the little things that'll certainly change up the interactions. And now we have the answer. The drafts are going to change. These global bans will directly impact that. They either have to pick those bans in the map
Bro.
or they have to do it up top. And they clearly didn't do
ये
it up top.
क्या
So
है?
of course, that you all mentioned and it has
एडगर
to
ओपन है,
magically
डेमियन
advantage
ओपन
just
है.
to be in the next stage.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. If
Oh
you can
my
1v3
god, ये फेज कौन है?
CR with
मैंने तो
Colette,
राइवल को ही कर
there's
दिया था.
maybe a little bit
There's
of
hope for the
tweaking.
brawler.
There's maybe a little bit of tweaking he did there.
फेज कौन सी टीम
The
है?
bet that I set up about Edgar and Damien, I would like to take it back right now. Thank you. But yeah, they're probably still going to be banned out in the regular ban stage. I hope I'm not eating my words there later. 65% are voting for Phase 0. Now, this is an interesting one with two completely unknown faces in Telpney and Renosuke. Nobody really knows this team, but because they haven't really played in the BSC so far, they have a 100% win rate on the website, so maybe that could have influenced the decision here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
तभी
that's
सोचूं मैं.
absolutely gonna be the
ऐसे
case. I
थोड़ी
do
हो
think this is
जाएगा.
a 50-50, and I don't mind seeing like a public poll going 65-35. I think that's probably one of the closer ones you'll ever see.
For
It's
sure.
usually 97% to 3 or something like that. So even with that 100% win rate, yes, it's definitely going to have swayed quite a few of the fans on event.brawlstars.com, but a lot of people still having faith in Rival regardless.
Chat, rival
It's
can
also,
diff
if you
these
can beat
guys,
Zeta
right?
Division, you should be able to beat Rival. The
भाई ये क्या कर रहा?
usually
Oh
goes
my
that
god,
way,
इसका
but
खाने खाने का
we
टाइम है.
do sometimes see the Brawl Cup teams don't actually do too
Bro,
well in the month following
उसको
the
खाने
Brawl
खाने
Cup
का
because
टाइम
we're
है.
super focused on the international meta. We're preparing for that event, and it hasn't been too many weeks since then. So Crazy Raccoon is struggling. Maybe Zeta is struggling at the moment as well. We're going to see them later on.
भाई इस
today,
लड़के ने जेटा
in
को
the
स्ट्रगल
final
बोल
number
दिया.
4.
इसको पेलते
Now,
हैं.
first up though, these two teams that really, this is a 50-50 for me. So I hope and I think we're going to get to see another 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, that's the dream. I think that's about right, though. I'm still going to side with Rival. Ultimately, I respect the community calling their shot, maybe believing in Phase 0, getting through that upper bracket. But this is a mystery box to me. I don't know what we're going to get. Is this the team that beat Zeta Division, but now looks much better after our previous? This is the team that also went 3-2 versus Ignum. Now, with knowing Crazy Raccoon did the same thing, maybe I believe in their stock a little bit more. I would say that community prediction just aged a little bit better.
And we do have to mention here as well, yes, Phase 0 did beat Zeta Division. On the other side, where's Reject this month? They were actually beaten by none other than Rival Esports. So we do have two very strong teams that got beaten by both of these rookie teams. So maybe it's the season of the rookies. And we already said that in the spring split. If not then it is now the time for the rookies also in East Asia.
Yeah, I mean, I think regardless whoever wins this as well, as you said, we've got two teams of rookies here. They're going to put up a massive fight against CR and give them some issues as well if they don't book their ideas up. So I'm really hoping we get to see some rookies making big runs in all the regions this month. But I think this would be a great place to start. These two teams, so strong, such a good chance of beating Crazy Raccoon. So whoever wins, I think we're going to have a great semi-final one.
After a really close quarterfinal number 1, I'm now excited to see quarterfinal number 2. We're going to kick things off on Painhole Punt. This was the pick of Phase 0, and if I look into my stats, I see that they didn't scrim them up too often, only twice. And still, they decide to go with it, so they feel fairly certain that they can beat Rival Esports on this map. Serious Chester and Meeple are going to be banned out. Edgar and Damien both open. I'm actually eating my words. I actually jinxed it. And of course, Damien is going to be picked up immediately. Now, Edgar probably follows as the pick number 2, right?
Yeah, I think you'd expect that to be the case with how strong these guys are at the moment. Damien coming through as the first then. So I think that's a great thing for Phase 0 to pick up here. Rival going to have to reply well because that is a first pick that I don't think anybody would have expected.
The reason why they won against Zeta Division, by the way, is because they got Mortis almost every single set. Zeta Division left him open and they played him super well. Now, Rival Esports seems to make the same mistake, leaving such a strong brawler open. Of course they're going to pick Damien.
Obviously an OP one at this point. I mean, despite balance changes, it was something at Brawl Cup we didn't really get to experiment with, obviously not allowed for the event, but I think this has been I would say a controversial brawler. I mean, obviously good, but I think to the extent of that differs from each pro team, especially when watching scrims, EMEA, some from SA, NA, all across the world.
I
The
think
success rate's been
Edgar
hit or
first
miss. I
pick.
mean, some people get really corny with these
Poco
competitions.
Edgar.
Some people just leave him on his own. So I'm curious to see if they enable this or if they
Nita.
take away these anti-tank brawlers. And that's something at Brawl Cup. That was very
Otis
evident to me.
ban है,
You have
Colette
to start
ban
up
है.
top
Bro,
with something
Gale,
safe or the
easy.
OP busted brawler, and
Last
I think that's
pick
the philosophy
Gale.
that Phase 0 took. They grabbed that, no questions asked. We'll figure it out later down the line.
Is it going to be an Edgar and Damien on one side?
Be a bit brutal if that's the case.
भाई अब ये लोग एडगर ले लेंगे. भाई पेले जाएंगे ये लोग.
With a little bit of a safer pick here. Props, for example, still left open quite good on a map like this
यार
one.
ये क्या ड्राफ्टिंग कर रहे
As
हैं?
we see from time to time
डेमियन को
as well, he's
खुला
kinda
छोड़
like
दिया.
the little brother of Chester and Otis.
Oh
at times,
my
just
God.
meta just against any tanks.
डेमियन एडगर.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say at this point. Leaving them both open, they slid through the global bans. Okay, that can happen, but then also forgetting about them, it seems, in the regular ban stage. Edgar and Damien both picked up now by phase 0.
Chat last
Is it
pick
just that
Gale,
maybe
easy
Rivalry Sports
counter.
knows something we don't, and those two brawlers actually have a really good
Bro, just
counter?
play
I
Gale,
wanna see
easy
it, and
counter.
so far I don't, because neither
Gale,
Nita
Gale
nor Poco
chat,
really
last
can
pick
counter.
Gale incoming.
I mean, for me, they've got to have an answer to it. But it doesn't seem like they do. As you say, Nita Poco not going to be amazing against them.
Shelly,
Shelly's gonna
oh
be very
my
well. I mean, a bit
God.
of a better answer
Bro,
doesn't
Gale,
matter. So it might have
easy
been like
win.
they're playing the long game, trying to bait them into it, and they've walked straight into the trap. But we'll see.
I don't know what these
Respect
guys are
Shelly,
drafting.
Probably gonna work out, but I don't know if this is a statement from Rival saying like, we can beat you even if you have the two strongest brawler in the current meta. It would be a statement. I hope they're not eating their words later on.
I think it's an interesting call.
Chat, I don't know
I'm gonna
what
be
is
honest, there's no way
happening.
they forgot. This is not a kind of situation where these guys train for weeks and weeks. These guys know what they're doing. They very intentionally make this decision. They go with Shelly at the end game, but now it's left to the field. Wall going down on the left-hand side as Ryohi going to be trying to play some defense.
Bro,
They very
खेल
changed the
खत्म है bro इन
composition, I
लोग
will
का.
say. They've got the Assassin and Edgar for phase 0, and Rival taking a much more passive approach. Till that 6th pick, Shelly is going to have huge shoulders, going to have to really carry this team, be the ultimate defender. Otherwise, they don't really have any options for offense.
Yeah, but if you get some neat, it's going to be the opening goal for phase 0.
Great start, now full utility lined up for the red roster. Here comes the hyper.
Chat, इन लोग का खेल खत्म है chat.
Now dressed as Nita.
Bro,
Going
Gale
on the
लेना
side,
था.
buck blast away. Oh, a punch away as well, though. That was nice defense. Otherwise, that could have been Shelly with the goal.
Yeah, shading there as well with the explosions, but up top, Ryohei doing a lot of work here and forces the super away from Meg. Should still have got that kill, but chose to kind of back off a little there.
Damage going to be a huge issue without Shelly. Nita, of course, can do piercing damage. Bruce the Bear can put in some work, but Poco is just going to be trying to be a super feeder. Now this wall is a cut off, a little extra heals going down. They're going to
My God, bro, these guys are farming.
Sliding through enough brawlers should be able to walk them on forward, and Rival take a good defensive composition, really turn it into offense here, burning a little.
Bro, like literally farming. Farm कर रहे हैं.
Bear doing so much work in that situation as well. Now hypercharge from the Edgar coming on in, going to go forwards, gets the
ले L
once more. Shelly with a hypercharge.
L bro पेल रहे हैं ये लोग.
Just misses the goal there. And this
Oh
could be
my
a
God, by
bounce back
Poco
either
Edgar.
way.
Bro, what is happening?
Saving his heal and choosing not to stay up there.
Almost 10,000 HP going at the P shooter that is Meg right now. Mira having to deal with this. Now back in mech form. This is an opportunity for the blue side. Low HP for Damien, but expanding with space. Another Bruce the Bear going down. The super is being cycled constantly, and the red roster staying alive. Now this is a
Wait,
3v1
what?
situation.
Bro,
Might
Nita
as
BR
well be
OP.
a 4v1 with Bruce the Bear is there for assistance.
3 supers as well and a hypercharge ready to go as well for the Bruce when he comes back in. The shot was there and they've kind of just given over possession for no reason
Chat.
in my eyes.
Nita beer OP. Bro, Nita beer पेल रहा है.
Ball might not be enough here and there you go. They're all going to fall out. Damien just gets the ball, gets it away. And
Bro,
this
walk
might be
in.
a defense from Edgar here. Can he stop it? The pass just about gets through. He predicted the right way, but the ball goes in nonetheless.
Bro,
For the most part,
ये लोग पेल रहे हैं
Rival
bro,
in control
literally.
there. It's a lot of good brawlers on the page, but this Shelly seems to be a good answer. And on top of that, Nita is getting a ton of value. I mean, how many
Stream
times were
करना
they having
बरोबर
a
हो.
Bruce on the field? It felt like there was an extra brawler
4G बस
alongside
है.
them the whole time. Especially
चलो
against
जनी
tanky
थोड़ा
brawlers,
network
these
सीजा.
assassins where they can really only focus one thing at a time makes a huge difference.
Nita,
Cut off once
Nita.
again on the left-hand side, so Rival take the long
अरे
way
beer.
around. Shooter down in the bottom of the map, doing their best. Buck blast to back off. Damien.
Beer आना Nita है,
Now low
Nita
HP.
आना beer
Once
है.
again, blue roster under
April
heavy
Fool
fire.
skins.
Tough.
Yo, Raj Chandra, hello, welcome to the stream, buddy.
Here as well. He's
You
gonna
big.
try and move forwards. Mira so low. And a gadget there as well. Should be able to force this
Bro,
goal in.
like,
They might wanna just try and get
these
Shelly
guys
to
can
the
win
hero, but
easily,
it's
but
just
these
gonna
guys are
put
not
the net.
winning.
Don't want to be messing around.
Bro,
here.
they're literally having the best
20, 30
two
seconds to
brawlers.
punch that one through. Now the right-hand side once again going to be double lined up. Shelly holding a line of her own. A big super swipe going down. Nice hyper charges. Now a follow-through super goes in as well. Backs off Shelly. Very important interaction, especially
My
with the
God,
shot
bro.
in your face. These
Poco
walls on
पेल
the
रहा
floor,
है.
though. Now a bounce off the wall, back and forth. I mean, no shots really being fired, but the heals, the,
Bro, what
the
the fuck?
shotgun fire as well.
The
It's
game's
such a
live
nice
on YT
combination,
as well.
really able to
Yeah,
push
I'm
Shelly
just
right
doing a
now,
watch
an
party,
opportunity
buddy.
for a goal. Hypercharge
The
is
random,
extra
I'm just
net.
doing a
So
watch
beautiful
party.
defensive wall. I don't know if it'll be enough though. Nice
Like, I'm
slide
doing
through
watch
for
party
Ryohi.
with my
It felt
subscribers.
inevitable. Rival the whole way. Now getting really jazzed up for just a set one. I mean, I wouldn't count yourself too soon yet.
I mean, he was completely avoiding the camera before we went into the game, and now he's getting super hyped up. So I'm pleased to see it, to be honest with you. I like it when guys kind of get a bit animated on the camera.
Of course.
And obviously as well, you get that kind of, like, it pumps the rest of your team up as well.
Poco is underrated, bro. Poco is goat, bro. बंदे ने पूरा Edgar इसको पेल दिया.
There were moments from Phase Zero, started super strong, but in the end, just overpowered by the heals.
Like literally, Poco ने heal भी किया, नीटा के बियर ने पेल दिया. But अगर इन लोगों ने गेल लिया होता ना, शेली की जगह गेल, भाई सोलो, आराम से सुपर भी कर सकते हैं, गैजेट भी कर सकते हैं.
That are worthy of global bans. So the fact that they allow that to go through in the pick stage segment shows confidence. But honestly,
Samudra Cubic, what I'm telling.
We said Shelly must carry. It was not Shelly at all. VOH was just able to constantly cycle bears. I didn't see a moment where there wasn't any to bear in the field. And yeah, honestly, I raise my hand. I'm sorry. Hyping up Edgar and Damon so much, me and my ranked mates must do something wrong, because whenever I face one of the two brawlers, we're losing.
It's okay, Sonny, because I think for the most part people would be as well with those brawlers, to be honest. But just a really good draft, I think, from the side of Rival Esports. So they're going to have to continue that, keep these drafts going, and I just really like the way they're just kind of baiting the opposition into doing it. And as you said, regardless, they're obviously going to have an answer if they're letting those slip through.
Well, I now note it down whenever I play against those two brawlers. I'm going to try a Poco Nita comp. It really seems to work. Thank you so much, Rival Esports. And with that, there's one set up. They were really happy about it too. They probably knew if we can win against this comp, like I said, they're going to prove to everyone that they can win against Phase Zero, even if they have two of the strongest brawlers in the meta. Now, picking him up themselves, Nita banned out, so they seem to know exactly what they're doing. Damon picked up now second pick for the side of Phase Zero. Trev, you can see it as well. How often did they scrim the map in the last 2 weeks?
Not a lot, it looks
Zero.
like. Not a lot, I'll tell you that for free.
Not
but
a single time.
I mean, this is the thing, right? It's like, you're going to pick those maps that your opponents, they're going to do the same amount of
that was the rival pick.
Yeah, this
and
thing,
you
they
are
do the same amount of looking into
Wait,
the opposition as for maps now as they are as brawlers.
Just imagine he is one shot on Poco himself and all the teammates, lol.
A really strong, well-rounded brawler. And
हाँ, but like fail दिया bro इन लोग को ही.
No, I mean it was in the global bans, I believe, in the first one. And
Damon अब ये लोग first pick ले रहा है.
Especially in Gym Grab.
Edgar भी खुला.
The Chester's going to come through. One of the most.
क्या Damon broken नहीं है क्या?
We haven't seen a ton of changes, obviously, since then. I mean, a lot of these players are fairly similar circumstances. Maps changing up just a little bit, but I think same thing still applies. Common Culprit coming in once again as well. Edgar, too good of a brawler to pass up on. I like this 2-3 turn. Grab an explosive brawler, one that's just good in the meta, and grab one that's supposed to deal with Damien or future aggro brawler really well.
I think it's a huge debate at the moment who is actually stronger, Edgar or Damien. I feel like in the direct match, Edgar might be even better. He can just jump out of the mosh pit whenever he's in there. I do like to comp on the left-hand side. Now Chester also quite a good counter to any tanks, even a Damien. And on the right-hand side, I quite like a Ruffs on a map like this one. We had a semi-meta in the past. She's banned out though. Max coming in. Maybe she's going to do better today here than she did in the marble races. I voted for her. She didn't do great at all. Even at the DNF in the second race. Crazy. And now maybe a notice, just something to also account for that Edgar on the other side would be nice to have.
Yeah, well, the good news is she can't do worse than in the marble runs, really. So it's only looking up from
no
here.
Ninth place here, huh?
It's only looking up here. So you can only come sick in this in a 3v3. So definitely can't do worse. But Kit rounds out that rival-sided roster, and I do like it. They've got a lot of diving potential here, especially onto a gem carrier that's going to be pretty susceptible to the Damien super, locking them in place. Kit doing the same as well, and Max able to evade and kind of outpace some of the opponents as well. Cordelius going to round out the Phase Zero roster as well then, and honestly, pretty solid.
Like to Cordelius, especially against Kit, one of the best, if not the best, counter to him. Whenever he jumps on a brawl, he can just take him in the Shadow Realm, and that super is neglected. Now, that last pick on the side of Rival Esports, don't quite agree with it. Yes, we have that cheese from Kit, but again, into a Chester and Edgar, already not the best matchup for him. Now let's see if they can make Damon work himself. So far, in the history of the BSC, Damon has a 0% win rate.
Well, it's a short history, but hopefully they can fix it now and bring some of that win percentage back the way of Damien. In we go. We're gonna see the Chester versus the Max through the mid as expected, and here comes the kit. Nice
क्यों भी
in
क्या
his
हुआ?
force
साउंड
the
कम है क्या?
gadget
अरे
away.
गेम का
We'll
साउंड
stay
कम ही
in this
होगा, मैं बात कर रहा हूँ ना इसलिए.
on the left-hand side, but it's just the same over the right.
कमेंट्री मैं
2v1,
कर रहा हूँ ना.
2v1.
They split the interactions, so 2v2 situation as both members respawn. In terms of draft composition as well, I like that they draft Kester at that 2-3 turn because this is a flex pick. It can be a lane, but it can also serve as a mid.
Bro.
Give them an option here as Kit jumps on the back of Damien. It's
ये
such a
क्या
nasty
drafting
combo.
है?
I've seen this run a ton on Jim Grab and especially KO as well.
Okay,
It's just
देख
so
रहे हो
hard
chat,
to
this
deal.
is
You
called
sit
as
there,
teamwork.
the heals
Cordelis
come
ने
up, you can be
super
a
break कर
thrower
दिया और
if
तो
you
वो
want
वहाँ
as
से
well.
आ
Damien
सकता है.
screws you, bash you, push you away. There's really no encroaching.
That is brutal to be stuck in a situation where you
बट यहाँ
can't get
भचड़
that
मची
lane.
हुई है यहाँ पर.
Kit
ब्रो
super
फॉर
well
रियल
looking.
भचड़
Rio
मची
has
हुई
a
है
hype
ये.
charge. They might want to go for this once more. There's the hype charge coming in now. Boxes everything in, and Cordelius, I think, just dragged Damien from certain death there with a Chester and an Edgar on top of him. But Mira just still shooting and remaining low for so long.
Cordelius is going to have to do a great job. It's already a hard brawler, I would say, to play, but now he's going to be tasked with trying to separate this Kit and Damien at all times as Mira cleans up on the top left-hand side.
भाई एडगर का हाइपर चार्ज पूरा वेस्ट.
Going to be on the right hand in, just trying to get away. It's going to be a battle of in and out as Kit slowly charges this super. That's when the moments are going to be striking.
Yeah, well, he's one shot now, catches all of them in this barrier. And Ryohei just wandering in and out freely. Mira pushed straight back towards the gem carry.
Oh my god, bro, what is this happening? Chat भचड़ मची हुई है chat ये.
Stay aggressive here as well and almost bring down Renasuke, but doesn't manage it. But 11 seconds is a lot to ask for phase 0.
Pure and utter chaos as the hypercharge goes down. Everybody on the back line. Ryohei releasing the mosh pit, just trying to contain the enemy side as Mira dives to Toro with the one of his
Oh
own
my
as well.
god,
Right,
bro,
once
this
again,
is called
stay
as
safe.
pure
This has
coordination.
been a constant throughout our day so far. Granted, we're only
Chat
2 matches
pure
in,
coordination.
but it just feels like this region, a theme of the year has been just chaos. That's the first word that comes to mind. I feel like they're the most prone to running these double aggro, these double tanks, and that's something you're seeing Rival do. It's really good skill expression. It's a nice tandem. Kit with the heals, again, can be kind of an assassin or a support, but it just seems like it's so overwhelming.
sound ठीक है ना अब?
That mechanical side of the game.
Absolutely. Well, at the moment, it's not 2v1s, and they're playing a 1v1 on all 3 lanes. Mira needing
Bro,
to
easy
concentrate
kill था
to
Kit
win
पे.
this 1v1 matchup, but doesn't. There's 2 kills coming in for either, or 1 kill coming in either side, I should say. Dash away from your 2-pin. He's going to go down, but it should be saved here by Ryohei getting some kills and actually sending the gems onto his gem carrier once more.
Punches him away, and that'll get a takedown. Help me. Ooh, that's a tough look as well. Damien now going for a double as Edgar and Chester join together here. Expanding with space, our rival. So once again, it's just Damien being a constant nuisance as Satoro goes invisible. I mean, there's just so much map control.
Bro, Damien is cooking.
Such a good job of making Utapin's job so easy. He's able to claim a 7th gym like it's nothing.
I mean, Utapin, I'm not saying he hasn't done anything.
Has he got a
Ha
kill?
ha.
He hasn't really done anything, and he hasn't needed to. Edgar coming in now, though, and that might be a big play for him. Still staying alive and escaping that. There, we're going to see a jump back from Toro to save him, and that should be 1 more gem spawning, and they maybe should be able to pick it up.
भाई ये लोग भाई सही नहीं खेल रहे
So
हैं.
in fairness, Utapin doing his part there, but it's a lot of pressure coming in from the other 2 red roster members as Mira doesn't have a super, so it's just going to be a fist fight with Damien. And right now it is favoring Damien, now going the other way though, a couple gems being scooped to dive
No,
in as
no,
well.
no, no,
One
no,
kill going
Utapin.
down, it's now 4 in the middle of the map.
तो
And
उसने
the good
hyper
news
charge
for the
waste
blue
कर
side,
दिया.
they have map control. They're going to be able to get
पर
to this
Damien
gem spot
कूद
with
जाएगा,
the
gems ले लेगा,
try to defend
simple.
themselves, but rival rushing back to the middle. They know they can put the pressure down.
Yeah, it's a collapse waiting to happen. There's the jump in coming through now. Mira's going to be able to jump over a load of that damage, but Toro might be able to get a kill. Hyper charge comes in. One, just missed 2 shots in there as
Bro,
well.
भचड़ मची है bro. Literally game अब ना control का तो है ही नहीं. भचड़ मची है बस.
There's the 10th gem going Rival's way.
Look at Ryohei making a very textbook play. Doesn't even focus on the gym. Allows his teammate to scoop it so that they can back off. And at this point, they can't get it from the mid. Mira with 7, helped me with 1, but they need a kill on Utapin. He stayed alive basically the entire set. They finally need to find a way to bring him down, but the short range of Cordelius...
Bro, Damien
not
is so
enough to
broken.
dive in. Too little, too late.
Chat, Damien is so broken, chat.
Super scrappy, and so many of these kind of double aggro games are going to be like that. We saw it in the last gem grab in Gem 4 as well, where it was just fight after fight after fight over and over and over, and that's what decides it. But it was just how, like, careless the Max could be and still survive because his teammates were doing so much was just incredible from the side of Rival.
I'm excited to see the stat line because I truly want to know if Max got more. I'm going to put the over under at what, 1.5.
Rival है क्या?
It's like,
I think
you think over? I mean, but I want to know the DPS numbers on top of that. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see the full picture here.
Chat rival
I just
chat.
think Unipin was put in such a good position, and this is kind of in contrast to what we saw in the opening set. We saw 2 busted broken brawlers go on the left-hand side, and the right-hand side had a Shelly to deal with it. This time, it's Rival claiming those 2. Damien on their end. They put it with a kit. That is a nasty combination. All right, 3. Give it to him. Give it to him. All right, my bad.
So maybe Max could have won the marble race if she only had some teammates. It really looked like Riohei was really putting the name to Damon that he already had. He's one of the best, if not the best brawler in the game right now. The other side has Edgar. Those 2 are 2 brawlers you have to look out for.
Chat literally Damien ने failed यार.
And you're probably gonna win them. Now, Damien was even the first pick, and it worked out. It didn't really get counted. Was it just because the Nita was banned out in the end?
No, chat just Damien को counter करना है ना. बस 2 brawler ले लो. एक तो Charlie और एक Gale.
The brawler better than their opponents did in the first set. So I think that's a big part of it as well. Yes, it's going to be the matchup, but I think Rival are just playing better at the moment.
Yeah, slightly different answers, obviously, in that draft too. Like you all said, I think Nita having Bruce the Bear
वो
down,
तो
even if
brawler
you
ही
get
ban कर
trapped in a
सकता
kind
हूँ.
of crowd control situation, you have 10,000 HP.
Like hard counter कर सकते हैं Damien को.
Anti-tank is such an important component of this, and if you're going to pick Damien, you have to be sure that you have a way to either defend the Damien, or you have to be so darn good at the game to where you can excel, and I think that's more what we saw from Rival there.
I haven't played her in quite some time, by the way. I pushed her recently, and she's actually so much fun to play. She has been coming back into
क्या
the meta when
copyright?
Bull received his buffy, and he got so
Watch
so
party तो
strong.
कर रहा हूँ. Watch
Now
party में
against
थोड़ी
Bull,
copyright आएगा.
against Damon, Nita seems to be the counter. Damon this time around banned out. That's also quite a good counter. Just banning him. Edgar were left open once again.
आरुष watch party तो कर रहा हूँ. सब लोग करते हैं ना.
Usually want to see something to pick up the blue star here. A Mochis, a Kaze.
Otis can also be nice counter. Yeah.
Mina, good for that. Mina comes in as first pick for that exact purpose.
Yeah, I like it. I think we saw Crazy Raccoon playing this brawler as well, and they were just so secure. Whether they had to aggress, whether they had to defend, just evade shots. It's so well-rounded. And you have to bring in that aggression, as you say, to pick up the blue star off the start, but also to relieve the pressure when you're in the back, and to go aggressive if you need those stars. So it's just something that you need, and I don't mind picking her up first.
Yeah, Blue Star or Anti-Assassin. I think those are the 2 things that they need to try and check mark here on this 2-3 turn. And still options for that as well.
Really
It's just been interesting to see the philosophy. There's the fastest brawler to get the Blue Star. So that's definitely going to be a huge part of that. And a reason why, in general, you're going to see this brawler show up so much if it's not banned. Now I kind of want to see how they deal with Mina specifically. I think to build a well-rounded comp, set themselves up to the 6th pick, that would kind of be what I'm looking for if I'm in their minds.
I like a Gus or a Byron to pair with any of these 2 brawlers, some support, some heals. Bell also quite good at the moment. Pierce left open. Any long-range brawler will also do fairly well on Hideout. We don't see too many throwers at the moment, especially since we already have 2 assassins on the field right now. Probably not the picks. Bell is going to come in now. Really good pick here. And yeah, now right-hand side with Mina already kind of copying for the esports work. We didn't really see her too often in the spring split until Angel Boy just brought her out on almost every single map in the Brawl Cup. And it seems like they've adapted to that. Mina showing up a lot more often now, despite not receiving any buffs, no buffies.
ओए क्या?
She's
Raj,
just that strong.
go don't underestimate Mina. It's the best brawler, भाई.
We do tend to see a bit of a kind of a consolidation.
चलेगा first pick चलेगा. I was just asking. आरुष, even I don't know. Like मैंने पहले भी stream किया था, कुछ नहीं हुआ.
And that was one of the brawlers. I was going to mention Leon. We saw it played out first, and especially with that Gene ban, it can be a real
कुछ फर्क नहीं
risk
पड़ता, I
at the
guess.
moment. So they've banned it. They've picked Leon. I like those shouts.
I think so too. I mean, these are 2 really aggressive brawlers as well. So I'm curious if they just set themselves with the long-range option here. Do they go with something like a Pierce? To
कुछ
try
फर्क
and
नहीं
attack
पड़ता, bro.
Bell
Mina is the
specifically?
best
Do they
brawler.
want to just build something more
If you guys
well-rounded?
know
I think
how
that would
to
be
play
my goal,
Mina,
especially
like
with
if you have
6 pick. My
0
biggest question
ping,
is,
like bro,
what
it's the
is going to
best
be that 6
brawler.
pick? What do we have to prevent? And you could get worried about something if you don't give yourself something preventable. And I like Gus in general. I believe you mentioned it, Sunny, but it's just a brawler that isn't easily countered. It's a safe pick, and I think that's why they're going to go with this. The Ruffs is not necessarily what I was expecting at
Bro,
6.
first pick भी चल जाता है, बस counter सही से लेना होता है.
We mentioned it before because her shots don't go through the sandbag. So
Thunder
also
Radio.
Leon and Gus. So don't mind it with the
0 ping is
tremendous
impossible.
damage,
Yeah.
And she's gonna have to carry here a little bit. Honestly, we don't really have too much damage on the left-hand side, and this is
वो
the
0 ping
last
मिलना
chance
बहुत
for
मुश्किल है.
Space Zero to show us how they beat 80
Wi-Fi चाहिए मस्त.
Yeah, it's not
ऐसे थे
showing
कि
so
iPad
far,
बता
is
रहे
it?
थे कि
I
ऐसे
don't know, I
iPad
wouldn't have
चाहिए.
been like, if I didn't know, I wouldn't have been like, oh, this team is 100% beat Zeta Division, because you just
मैं तो
can't
रख
see
सका.
it. They managed to get the blue star as expected with the Kaze, and Ryohei attempted to contest it even with that lollipop drop. It wasn't possible. Sandbags back on the left-hand side. No matter what lane
तो
they're
कट
going to be
रखूं.
on, they're going to be pretty good. You know, they're going to be taking a lot of damage.
And I think they can afford to go with a little more passive of a pick. They cashed in on Kaze early, and on top of that, they know they've got the blue star. Kaze is
Bro,
going to be the fastest
see
way
how
to
that
get there,
Mina plays.
no matter what in this situation. So they can just play on the defensive. Colonel Ruff's going to empower them, a little bounce shot there. I believe the sandbags. If
भाई
they want,
Leon
can give
without
them a
ये
little
खेल
coverage
रहा
as
बंदा.
well. So I think all of this is
Yo
very
chat,
well
like
done.
and
I think the
subscribe
mental
chat.
from both sides coming in this was solid.
I mean, that lollipop drop just gives them so much.
See, this is the Mina यही बोल रहा था मैं. Bro, no. Rio, what are you doing?
Toro around the back should be falling here and there. A perfectly placed Fanstorm will get the kill and extend that lead to 3.
Only a couple kills being exchanged, but of course the blue one, the most important. And now they're going to be breaking down this right-hand side. So we're seeing a constant here. It's going to be Gus versus the Bell, the long-range battle, while Teltney kind of plays passive-aggressive. Now going into that dagger form as Ryohei tries to encroach. They're pushing them into these back lines. So phase 0 going to have to be
Chat,
really
अगर तुम
careful.
लोगों ने Mina खेलना सीख गया ना, you can literally skill lift them.
Or they have to get the other 2 players. So 45 seconds on the clock. We should start to see
And
a bit more
Kaze
pressure
too.
coming in. But all
दिला
the
दो
levels
iPad.
so
भाई
low,
मेरे
so
पास
often.
खुद
Leon
पे नहीं
super
है.
there as well. Now we've got 3 supers across the board from Rival. It's going to have to be a well-rounded play to flip this game.
Yeah,
Chat,
with
मेरे पे
Ryohei,
खुद
he's
पे
gonna
iPad
dive
नहीं
in
है
with the
chat.
Hurricane, and on top of that, going to be waiting to play around the windmill. Should be about time for a lollipop drop.
देख
to
सी
respawn
chat,
in
वो
as
मीना
well,
सिर्फ
but
डांस
Tags
करने
going
के लिए
for
भाई
the
उसके
mark on
सारे
Ryohei
रफ्स
makes
के
this
शॉट
rather
वेस्ट कर
difficult.
दिए.
Lollipop drop as Ryohei flanks. All
अब
3
तो
members of
अब तो
phase
खेल
0
खत्म है
on
इन
the
लोग का.
right-hand side of the map. They got to tread lightly.
Fanstorm there, and that keeps Utapin under wraps for now. There's the super from
No,
Storm.
bro, पागल. Wait, by Leon, what are you doing, bro?
Ryohei has to try and pick up the scraps, gets one. Still so
Bro,
much left
oh
in
my
this
god.
game. Utapin gets
No,
one. Just
like
tell
1
me needed
star.
5 seconds left. Ryohei on the retreat, but they've
Bro,
got to
Leon
stay
ने
in,
पूरा हक
and they
दिया.
add another one to the
Chat,
tally.
Leon ने पूरा हक
Phase
दिया
0,
chat.
stay alive.
Finally coming alive.
एक
there
रोटी
with
खा
the
ला इधर
guaranteed
ने,
blue
बस
star.
संभाल.
Once again, they just really focus on the defensive end. The offense, unfortunately for Rival, just let them down. They've been really good at playing these aggressive brawlers
मैं
in
iPhone
previous 2
13.
sets. This time round, though, they weren't able to win that long-range interaction on the right-hand side, and I didn't feel like they got the most value out of Mina. So here we go again. Gold Kaze up the middle, going to be able to beat that out, even with a lollipop drop. I believe that's always going to be played properly, going to go phase 0's way.
Well, same situation as last time, but Ryohei plays more of the left than through the mid. Utapin needs to make sure he doesn't get marked up this time, because that was giving such an advantage to Renosuke on the right-hand side in that 1v1 matchup. So, caution needed. The trap there as well, and a lollipop drop gave them some ground last time, but with that little trap just covering it.
Chat,
he knows he's not
I
gonna
am
go.
eating, so
Those are really
sorry
nice
for
too. I
not
think part of the
commentary.
influence for picking this spell is those nest eggs can trip up an invisible Leon. It can trip up a dancing Mina, so these aggressive brawlers get hindered real quickly. And now with a wall break as well, it just makes things
Oh,
easier.
have
Getting that
14.
to
बढ़िया
Kaze
भाई.
too makes the assassin even beefier. It's going to be so difficult to grab that blue star.
But मेरा iPhone 13 lag होने लग जाता है अब.
More cautious push it up, because now he's got that power up. Makes him so much more damaging. Ryohei really low here as well and gets caught out. Over aggression left and right from Rival. Can they get that kill? Still no, and Renosuke won't go down, and Utapin
Chat, ये तो खेल खत्म है Rival का.
Now they grab another one, expanding to 7-0. A couple nest eggs on this right-hand side. There's nowhere for this team to walk, and Ryohei just backed away. I mean, Phase 0 are just playing the set better so far.
I mean, they're just running
भाई
in.
Kaze
They're
का
trying to
0
set
ping
to
देखो
defeat.
chat.
It's 1v3 every time they go in, and they just continue to do it. Lollipop drop goes down again, but will fall. 40 seconds on the clock, loads of nest eggs placed.
Kaze का भाई 0 ping देखो भाई, बंदा भाई literally dance कर रहा है.
And so close to going down.
Can't even dream of going invisible. Now they've got this Fanstorm on the ground as well. Totoro has to take the long way around. He's honestly just giving it up. He knows he can't get to the enemy side. Sandbags to block out Ryohei, who only has 1 shot at a time, dancing in. Nice jukes, but it's not adding up to kills. And most importantly, that's what they're going to need with 15 to go.
They need so much here. Mira really low though, and there's the super
Bro.
through. Teltney falls in.
यार but फिर भी इन लोग को पूरा team wipe करना
Needs to be
होगा.
found here, and Mira going hyper-aggressive
ना.
once more. Totoro should get that kill. Renosuke
ये
on
तो
the
हार
right
गए.
side, but they need both. And Teltney just running away. They need to split their efforts, but can't get it done. That's going to be the
मैं
set.
also
Going
time
Phase
hidden
Zero's
unable
way,
to charge.
and Rival Esports, a lot left to be desired in that set.
Cheeky final few seconds there. I mean, Phase 0 just literally separating their players, knowing that they can't be 2 places at once with the respawn going through. It was just beautifully executed overall, and we were talking about it, waiting for this Phase 0 team. I called them a mystery box. Is this the team that beat Zeta, or
भाई
is it the
बंदा
team
बुक
that
पड़ रहा
struggled
है.
against the team that got bounced in round 1? And that was finally starting to show some signs of life. I like the draft. I wouldn't call it the biggest outdraft in the world by any means. I think they just played their strategy really well. The nest eggs did good at combating the Leon. They had
तो
the
बंदे ने
long range of Baron in
Fanstorm
his
से
favor
मारा
more
उसको.
often than not. They grabbed a blue star with an assassin, and that assassin was able to hold on to it for 2
Oh,
straight
that was
games.
good.
Overall, FaZe Zero, I think, can hang their heads high. That was a great set overall from top to bottom.
Adrena showing us his clever book as well. Finally, the secrets of this book have helped them win a set. And I have to say, I'm super happy and pleased. We don't get to see a 3-0 so far today. We're going to a set 4 in this one here as well. Adrena, with that roughs, you were a doubter. He actually worked out super well.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that was me. I don't know. I'm not gonna put that on you. That was definitely me. I was just kind of surprised. You don't really see passive picks for 6 picks. A lot of the time, it's gonna be thrower or assassin, but it actually played out super well, especially considering they were able to get that blue star. Hunkering down was a huge part of their strategy, and I think that was really well.
I have
benefited,
made
honestly.
many
More
notes.
thought out than
Lol.
kind of pictured. That was definitely a surprise to me.
I do want to say
Note
as
से
well, Rival
draft
were,
अच्छा होता है
way
बस.
too aggressive at certain points. They were just feeding stars over like nobody's. It's like they'd given up halfway through the game. When in reality, even after they'd handed all those stars over, they started to come back in the late game. So if they were just a bit more cautious about going in those really, I'm going to say, stupid 1v3 situations.
ये एक चॉकलेट खाली दे
they'd
देने
have been
किसने
much less
ऊपर लो.
That would have been the next thing I
काट
wanted
ना
to
देता.
point out as well, Trev. I feel like they were a bit too overconfident after making it a quick 2-0.
तोड़ ना देता.
They were feeling like, oh, we gotta pick this up really easily.
अरे
now
यूँ
as well.
तोड़.
This was also the first time Damon was banned out in this matchup, so maybe that's just the key to success for FaZe Zero today. Rival
ठंडा
seems
थोड़ा
to
रख
know
ले.
exactly how to play against him, how to play with him, so maybe just ban him out. So that's going to be the best counter to him. Dueling Beatles is going to be our 4th set here. You're now feeling like we're going into set 5, or
गेम का लिया notes hell ना.
I'm not sure.
I'm open to it.
Yeah,
I'm not against. I'm not
set
I'm not
five
against the door.
but they have got Damien.
oh,
The door's slightly more ajar.
And Nita's ban, just to put that out there.
why?
So yeah.
Chat, I don't know why these guys are not banning Damien. भाई इंस्टा
I
पिक
mean,
ले
I
रहे
think there's
हैं.
more to this world than Nita. I think if you're this left-hand side, though, you ban Nita, Lou, and Finks. You let Damien slide. If they don't have an answer, it is a shame on them situation, without a doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
Mina's left open. Could be a potential answer. She's super good on a map like this one.
Oh my god,
It's
cheese
great
comp कर
comp.
रहा है.
I love to see that. It is a very often played tier 2 meta at the moment, which is go great. And of course,
Chat, ये लोग
very
cheese
good
comp
rank.
कर
We
रहे
don't
हैं.
get to see him often enough either. Just teleport through. Once you have your hypercharge, you can have the double setup and teleport directly from spawn into the zone. Now again, this is something we see very often in tier 2. In the Brawl Stars Challengers, a very often picked meta. Now in tier 1, here in the BSC monthly finals, I
Chat, ये
can't
लोग गेल ले
imagine
तो
Pixie
रोक
was
सकते
lost.
हैं.
Which I'm so happy about, because you might like it,
We
but
need
I
a Gale.
really don't. I think it just takes away so much. Like, I like those kind of scrappy fights in mid rather than just dying, TPing up, dying, TPing up over and over and over again.
But it works.
It sometimes does work. Sirius going to come in then for Rival Esports, looking to try and have a lot of stuff waiting for them to TP in, or just prevent them from getting it at all.
You all alluded to it, but I think part of the serious pick is he's kind of a hybrid thrower, right? He can sit behind those walls, but even if they open it up, Frank's going to be a super feeder. Like you all taled about, this strategy revolves around great setting up teleport.
Bro, Berry
Frank
लेंगे
diving
last
in.
pick.
It's a lot of
Last
isolation,
pick तो
it's a lot of
Berry है.
sitting in your brawlers one-on-one and just getting those percentage
या
points.
Poco.
And as long as they keep Sirius alive,
Poco तो ban
they're
है.
going to be able to get so many spawners. Sure, the hammer hit has a piercing shot, but for somebody who's a single individual shot brawler like Great, that can get overwhelming real quick.
I think you can see the pain in my face. Edgar and Damien picked up once again. Now I already doubted that the Rival would win against it. Now we saw that Nita's planning a counter to it. They banned it out on the left-hand side. Still left
शेड क्या
forwards
काम
open,
आएगा?
both
पागल है
under
क्या?
the way of Rival. I mean, I got proven wrong before, but I feel like it's very hard to win against Edgar and Damien on the same roster. Sirius also still
Bro, I
a
don't
very
even
good
understand
matchup
these guys'
brawler.
draft.
On the left-hand side now, Shade is a decent answer to the Sirius, of course. Also not too bad against Edgar. I don't know, I have my doubts, but I'm
I think they're
happy
valid
to be proven
Valid
wrong.
doubts.
Yeah.
We all have doubts. We are happy to be proven wrong, FaZe Zero. This is your last chance to make it into the semis. Show us some more of that good stuff you had against Zeta in the qualifiers.
Well, we've got to make sure here that Gray's not getting those supers early on, and only a couple walls placed there. Tell me in the back lines, and Gray already got one TP. This is the opposite of what they want.
Yeah, I like Shade in the sense that it can go through the crowd control that Damien has, right? He drops the mosh pit, he can fan through. This is common, but how does it pair with a Frank who's likely going to be tearing down walls? Shade, once he gets this first super, though, I think is going to excel. Specifically, it's going to cover them.
वो बंदा पेल रहा है ना ये तो चीज कम से जीत जाएंगे
going to 30 plus, and now another takedown as well. They've isolated the rival members. I mean, this is a great play. It was a question mark of a strategy call, but so far so good.
I mean, the early game's supposed to be where it's bad, right? So
चैट ये तो चीज कम से हार गए
3 hypercharges and they're ahead. I worry. And I think that is some fair worry looking at what's happening right now. Mira going to get pushed back. Hypercharge used there as well, throwing out some really fast shots. And Utspin does get the kill. They're already in such a lead, and the TP should be settled momentarily.
Head first at the Gray, so now Shade left all alone, but still cycling these supers so well. Already with another one in the rotation, as they're going to be going for the double teleport play. An extra shield going down. Rio, he backing him off. A dive in as well with the hypercharge. It's purple buttons being
bro, wait, they are doing comeback.
Even Edgar going down. They're slowly clawing their way back. Shade alone can't get this job done.
Great job of baiting out these TPs as well. Mira's going to come in. Utspin jumps on top, super backwards onto Rio. Hey, great choice from him, considering Utspin's going to be such a hard target to hit. And now, it was close, but all 3 of them on the mid with only 10% left. It's not going to be easy for them to push off. Damien jumps on in, but they're just going to stick on it. Nice stuff from phase 0.
Chat, 1 minute, chat.
Just proving us wrong.
This early game's important. There's multiple brawlers that they can't feed supers to, but it's difficult because the one-on-one matchups aren't always easy. Once Shade gets that super, Sirius is going to have some serious problems. And on top of that, if Gray gets that teleport early, you saw it there, they can just keep fanning in stuff. So it really relies on this early game. You talked about it. This strategy is supposed to be a long-term battle, not a short-term, we're going to take a 30% lead and just hold on for dear life, because that's where it goes wrong for the red roster.
Well, this is much better, Kenny, I will say.
Wow.
This is the start they would have wanted in the previous one, I'm sure. All of them staying alive, no Grey TP, 25% already collected. Much better.
Double spawner on the ground. They answered the call real quick. Now diving straight at Mira, a pushback as well. Udapin joining in on the action as well. They've isolated Frank. They've got Telpney all alone, going for the extra shot. He's solo focusing this series. Already a hypercharge in play too. Does get the takedown, but it's enough for the red roster still to hold on. They haven't been able to focus their attention on the Edgar yet, who is cycling, getting takedowns, and now going for a third as well. Frank dropping a hypercharge just to try and stun him for a second. They finally get the kill, but now it's Shade diving in. It's an extra Damien going down as well. I mean, Rival excelling in game number 2.
So scrappy here. Hypercharge there from Damien, but a pullback from Renasuke. Needs to work for one more super, but all those spawners come in. Still gets it through all of them. And Mira, the last one fighting, didn't TP in, now does. And that's 82%. They do have a hypercharge already there for the Grey, but this one looks a little bit out of hand.
There is nothing passive about the way East Asia has played this multi-finals so far, and that is certainly showing here in set number 4, as Rival look to just tack on a few more percentage points. Job not done yet, though. Still have to climb their way through. Damien should have enough here, but they are getting quick takedowns, and now it's 77%. This could be phase 0 making an epic comeback.
Hypercharge there as well from the Sirius. Down they go. Damien's going to need a jump here. This might be what they need. Super from the Frank, and surely they're going to turn this one around. Hypercharge comes in from him, but it's going to be a 1% game. 2 there in the end, and that is a huge throw coming in from Rival Esports. Should have easily won that game, but in the end, it's phase 0 dragging it all the way.
That's painful. We were gassing them up. Oh, what a good start. Oh, good job, guys. We're making a comeback. And it was. And it was. But unfortunately, that's the way it goes. That's part of these scrappy strategies. When you're not focusing
Chat, Rival हार कैसे गए chat? How did Rival lose?
Leaving it up to chance. You have to play perfectly. And once they let go control, again, once the long term comes into effect, Rival's job is to make this as quick of a game as possible. Usually, I feel like on paper, this is going to go one of 2 ways. Either phase 0 with their
Oh, Cubic Rival कैसे हार गए?
Close one, but they're going to be able to rotate enough brawlers. It's going to go the distance. Or Rival should be winning this, I don't know, in the 100 to 50. You know what I mean? Like it was at the start, where they had a 30.
मैं यहाँ पर यूटा पे ना हक दिया था.
They don't allow the enemy team to succeed.
Oh my god, bro.
Rival blowing such a close one here. I mean, 2% looks small.
2%, lol.
How much of a lead they had.
भाई बंदा iPad flex मार रहा है. इस भाई झाड़ियों को मारने वाला हूँ मैं.
We're now going all the way to set 5. Both of our quarterfinals so far really are giving us our money's worth. The Shade definitely worked out. Of course, he's really good against all 3 brawlers on the right-hand side, but it wasn't, what made it work in the end. It was that great teleport that worked out. That's tier 2 strategy, I called it. I think in the end we learned today that against Damien you either pick Nita, that seems to be the best counter to it, or you ban out Nita and Ems and then go a great teleport comp and just completely ignore the fact that they have a Damon. Trev, I know you weren't a fan of it, just seeing them teleport in, die again, teleport in, die again, but it works. Even if the Damon gets a couple of kills, we win the map.
What I've learned today is that rival esports love to just go 1v3. Like,
overconfidence
it's
showing.
shining through again. We saw it in Bounty. They're feeding so many stars over. In this one, they got like a 30-40% lead. And like, yeah, I'll tell you what, let's just go in one by one again. Well, nothing can go wrong with that, surely. And then they just like lose it so fast. It's just worrying. They need to just settle down for me.
That is something I tell my players all the time. On Hot Zone, if you're alone, wait for your teammates to come out of spawn and go in together.
Especially with a massive lead.
Buddy system.
Yes.
Red
It's
was
not
so
something
close,
that
yeah.
rival esports
भाई कुछ
learned.
ज़्यादा ही close match
On
था.
Golden Gulch, well, you don't have to wait for your teammates to respawn. Once they're dead, they're out. You don't get any respawns, so this might just be their best mode. And, Trev, how often did Phase Zero scrim the map?
It's looking like 0 again, Sonny. It's looking like 0 again. But this is our fault. It's not like Rival even picked this one. Set 5, that's on us. We're picking these maps.
It's random. We're not picking anything.
Tiebreaker map once again, though. So clearly, neither of these two teams wanted to face
Damon
this
is
at all, and that was where I was going. It's indicative, I think, on this map in particular. Bans make a huge deal. So no Edgar, no Leon, no Damien. On the other end, we have no kit. A lot of these assassins, and you throw Mortis in there.
Bro अब आएगा ना मजा. ये वाला भाई सब ban है. Edgar, Damien ban है. For real, bro. Thank you. RT is a good pick.
RT, Angelo come to mind immediately. Two of the best brawlers on Knockout currently, and also on this specific map.
Chat ये लोग map pick कर सकते हैं, bro. That's the best thing.
Sharpshooter, maybe pair it with a Brock. Open up the map. We still have some aggressors open. Kenny mentioned it. Very much of them have been banned out, but Mina, for example, slid through once again, and she had some great showings today already.
Well, we'll see if that's the route they go. Do they want to go that aggression? I know Kenny said you might want to play a bit more sharpshooter, but that is the
Mina, bro. Mina को कैसे छोड़ देते हैं यार ये लोग? Mina is the best brawler.
Working for whoever's picked this brawler.
For real, the best brawler if you have 0 ping.
Enemies lost, to be honest with you, so I really like that brawler. Byron stack it up as well with some heals.
Byron और ये अब तो भाई सीधा मरेगी भी नहीं Mina.
As well as we progress throughout this as well, I could see it going to the right-hand side. This has become a more meta composition, I would say, especially after Foot Esports kind of pioneered this in. I think people saw the ceiling it has once Angel Boy and his teammates played this to perfection.
भाई ये लोग Angel Boy को glaze कर रहे हैं. तो like but real for real भाई बंदे ने Mina जो खेला है ना भाई मजा ही आ गया था.
Ruffs could come in once more. We had it before against the Mina. Didn't work out there. Or again, they're just gonna go with something a bit more rangy. Could still pick up Brock here as well to just open up a map. It's not gonna hurt them against the Mina for sure. Meeple coming in here. Now, Meeple has had a spotlight for the longest time. Not really anymore at the moment, but I believe without any
Meeple भी अच्छा है. Like Meeple तो सिर्फ Mina counter के लिए लिया है.
He's gonna do fairly well. Pairing it with a Hank was usually the key.
तो Meeple तो सिर्फ Mina counter के लिए लिया. अगर इन्होंने कुछ wall breakers नहीं लिया ना, हाँ वही देख रहे हो, wall break ले लिया अब. आप वो लोग throwers नहीं ले सकते last pick. Bro, professional drafter तो मैं हूँ. Let's go. Lol. Lol. अब ये लोग कुछ लेंगे like Piper, Bell, Jean. वो भी चल Jean नहीं Jean तो ban है. Long range ले लेंगे Gus. Gus will be good. Angelo. वही long range simple.
I don't mind this at all. I like the hybrid kind of approach. We've got support in range. We've got now Angelo, who's a sharpshooter, who I think is going to be great at dealing with.
अब इनमें क्या हो गया पता है? Like अगर मीना सही खेलेगी तो ये लोग जीत जाएंगे. अगर मीना ने हक दिया तो ये लोग हार जाएंगे. Simple. मीना को भाई अब कैरी करना होगा पूरा क्योंकि इनके साइड से 3 अटैकिंग है. इनके साइड से भाई 2 अटैकिंग है.
Meeple has the rage quit. Is that gonna be enough against the Mina, Trev?
Probably.
समझ रहा Cubic what I'm telling.
And I think he's kind of running riot at the moment, to be honest with you as well. So we'll see if it is going to be the case. Mira took a hit early on there from Ryohei as well, but he's getting one in return from Renasuke. Sending it back to the right side. Follow up will be as well.
नहीं Brock को जितना wall खोलेगा उतना फायदा है. Like एक साइड का wall खोलना पड़ेगा Brock को.
Big reason for Angelo coming through here as well, I believe, is going to be the construction of the map. It's a reason Brock gets picked as well. You either want wall break if you're Brock, or you want to take advantage of the water and be Angelo, where you can get to the middle a lot quicker. That's a nice tag on each side. Just passively
No,
exchanging
ब्रॉक
shots.
को
It's gonna be a matter
ओपन
of
करना ही
who
पड़ेगा.
goes first
ओपन
playing
करेगा
the
तभी वो
mark
मार
of
पाएगा.
Well, there was a little grass break, I should say, by Help Me on the left-hand side as well, just to ensure that in future rounds they can't be sneaking on that side, and especially with the Mina, that's what you want to be scared of, making sure she doesn't make the move.
भाई वो
So the
बंदा
wall break
ग्रास
as well,
उड़ा
will
रहा
break
है.
the grass yet again, so not too fussed about the walls, it seems, more worried about getting those kind of grass
Broski,
out
what
plays.
are these guys doing?
Now Mira looking for these little flank shots as well. Lightning bolts going down to Toro, low HP. Now super for RT could be cashed in here. A jump in. Ryoki trying to get away, but not
ना
going to be
ब्रॉक ने भाई
Scarf
ब्रो
this.
ओपी
It's gonna be
सुपर.
3 blue members getting the
Bro,
best of it there.
goated
In terms of
super, bro.
utility hopping into
मजा ही
the
आ
action,
गया.
I believe a lot of it being exchanged there. So we still have Angelo who has a little poison. He can drop the swamp if needed. But this blue side gonna be a little more empty-handed. They cashed in there towards the end of round number 1.
Yeah, he cycled that super out quite nicely, Ryohei. Placed it down, jumped away, and
भाई
the
जो
RT
goated
left with
super
kind of
मारा है ना
lingering on
ब्रॉक
it,
ने
getting
भाई.
some more charge back. So it was well played from him, but couldn't
Chad
quite
मेपल
get
कौन सा
the
गैजेट
round
खेल रहा
on
है?
the board. It is the Mina now trying to make the rotation over onto the Meeple, but doesn't want to over-aggress at all. Now the wall breaks are starting to come in. Teltney hit from the right-hand side.
Not the best wall break. I mean, in terms of destruction of wall, it only got a couple little points there, but nonetheless, at least a little bit better for them. The more open space they have, Mina can dance around, but at the same time, they can rely on the sharpshooter shots of RT and Brock. Now Rival look to cluster together once again. There it is. Finally gets that wall broken up. So going to be relying on this open space and counting those shots as net.
सी जितना वॉल ओपन होगा ना उतना मीना के लिए मुश्किल होगा शॉट हिट करने के लिए.
And only one for the side of Rival. Pinching in now, there was Utupin trying to get around the bottom against this RT instead of the Meeple matchup he was on before. Hypercharge there as well.
Okay, good.
Round the back.
No, hyper charge वो लोग यूज नहीं करेंगे. मीना you have to rush.
Try and go for it, but that seems like an overcommit for what the position they were in. Should have maybe saved some supers for the next round.
Bro, now it's the end game भाई. अब आएगा ना मजा. End game में मजा आता है.
Brock has super, but those hyper charges going to make a huge difference. I think for somebody like Byron as well, now he can really heal up teammates or save himself as well. This is going to allow Utapin a little more play action ability, right? Now they
See, the more they open the walls, the more the Mina will suffer.
Be really important. I think this one's likely going to come down to another final closing in circle moment. I think that's what Rival ultimately want, and ideally for RT as well. If he can get a hypercharge charged up and super going around, they want the exact same thing.
So he needs a super before a hypercharge here, I think, but wall break coming through from Teltney. Yet again, not breaking off masses of walls, still leaving a couple of lingering ones in the mid. There's a windmill
ये
gadget
बंदा चला गया.
from Utapin, a hypercharge Ryohei. They're going to section off Teltney here. Who's
ना
forced to
ना ना
hypercharge
ओ
on.
पागल.
He throws out a brilliant hyper super. Ryohei's
Oh
gonna
my,
go down.
भाई
And
रियो ही
shut
what
back,
are you
and it
doing,
worked.
bro?
A
इतना
trade was
घटिया
more
कौन?
than ideal. He was
भाई
a
शो.
goner and instead ends up getting a frag. As now in the 2v2 situation, this is much more even, especially with Gadget coming out of Meeple. The one thing they're missing is supers from both sides. It's really going to be a matter of how they can land these regular shots as the fog encroaches.
Well, there's a super for Utapin early on. Might be able to try and make this aggressive move. Now there's a rage quit sent out towards Renosuke though, and he gets
ना
the kill.
इन्होंने तो
2v1.
भाई हग दिया.
Tora will come and tank.
Yo Wafer, welcome to the stream, buddy.
Gonna be on match point.
Great 2v2 situation. It really came down to the race to get that super.
भाई इन्होंने हग दिया bro, literally like उसने waste किया था super को. Like क्या ब्रॉक ने वेस्ट किया था hypercharge super. रियो ने बोला bro let me eat all of it.
To make sure they get that win in the high pressure situation, especially with Rival kind of fumbling here more towards this third and fourth set. It's nice for them to get back on track.
Yeah, I will say it was really nice as well from the Brock in there to be able to get that trade.
Like for real ब्रॉक की पूरी जो value निकली है ना वहाँ.
So really nice from him. Unfortunate that they didn't get more out of that, but at least he put his team in a 2v2 situation when it absolutely should not have been that with his positioning. 3v3 back again now in the start of a new set, and it's just more walls going down this time than the grass in the, like the last one.
Yeah, it told me decorating the map really early on here, using that extra rocket fuel to make sure they can tear it down a little bit. That's part of the influence for Brock in general.
Hello Wafer,
Now Utapin
welcome to the
going
stream,
down
buddy.
towards the bottom of this map, separating from Byron. I think ideally they want to have Byron play this a little bit closer. Instead, though, looking comfortable playing this.
Chat अभी इन्होंने मीपल जो लिया है ना, मीपल से आउट रेंज हो रहे हैं. Bro for real मीपल से लोग आउट रेंज हो रहे हैं. और ब्रॉक और क्या आरटी का शॉट हिट करना बहुत मुश्किल है. लो मीपल तो मर गया अब. बस अब ये लोग कुछ नहीं कर सकते. वो मलेस फेंक देगा बायरन अपना. बस हो गया कांड इनका. सुपर ले ले ब्रो. दे गॉट आउट ड्राफ्टेड. आउट ड्राफ्टेड नहीं, रेंज डिफ हो गए. लाइक मीना डांस कर रही है ना, मीना डांस से वो लोग बच नहीं पा रहे हैं. सिंपल.
Doesn't get any connection with Utapin sneaking on this right-hand side. They can see it though. Clearly shots going down there. They have no idea.
रियो
what
ने
block
जो
is.
थ्रो
Something
किया है
they
ना रियो ही
clearly
ने
know where all the players are because they're very cautiously working around this right hand side. Now everybody's showing face. So all of a
Yo
sudden,
chat,
Raze
welcome to the
with
stream
not gonna
chat.
do
Welcome
enough
to the
there.
watch
Obviously
party.
full HP, just not going to make enough contact to stun for very long.
जा 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 ओ नहीं मीना घुस नहीं सकता मीपल पे मीपल रेज क्विट कर देगी तो हो गया कांड Bro, these guys are tapping. Bro, Byron and Angelo are tapping. Bro, Meeple का मेरे को KD देखना है bro.
Phase Zero running out of
Chat, I
opportunities.
want
They
to see
need
Meeple
make this round
KD.
number 2 count. It's a couple good tags come out of Rival. Pressure being applied as Phase Zero need a little bit of grass to work with. Not a lot of field, longer range, and also Udipin at any moment can just dive in.
ले Look, lol, हो गया chat. Bro. Chat, last में वो ping देखा chat मीना का बंदा घुस गया.
Definitely a little
Teen
scarier
shot.
than I think Rival would have liked, especially after the
Huh?
first 2 sets. Very convincing
भाई ये
stuff.
तो रोने लग गया.
Slowly Phase Zero claw their way
अरे
out of
अरे
it.
अरे
A
रियो
beautiful
ही.
match, really well played from both teams, and I think for Phase Zero especially, a really solid first showing. Rival, of course, not the likes of something like a Crazy Rat
रियो ही क्या कर रहा
in our standings, but we know they have a chance at going to
भाई
something
ये
like
देखो chat यार जो थ्रो किया है ना रियो ही ने सीधा अच्छी सुपर के अंदर ही घुस गया.
shot at Crazy Raccoon coming up.
I mean,
Lol.
for me, if Rival play like that against Crazy Raccoon, though, they don't have a chance. They were way too kind of handing over games too easily through bounty, through hot
तो यहाँ
zone.
पर रियो ही ने अच्छा खेला. पेल दिया bro, like literally tapping.
You can't do against a
अरे
team
अरे
like
अरे
this.
अरे
It's definitely
ओए
got
ओए
a few
ओए.
things to iron out before they
You
head
tap
into
in,
the
you tap in,
semi-final, but
control,
they've got
control.
2 quarterfinals worth of time to really think about it.
At the same time, just like Crazy Raccoon,
Oh my god,
it
बंदा
is
रोने लग
starting
गया.
to close out. So also Crazy Raccoon doesn't look as strong as they used to in the past. That number 1 seed now against Rival, number 5 seed. It's going to be an exciting
Bro,
match
0-44,
regardless
but
because
फिर भी अच्छा है.
some will be
0-16 से तो अच्छा ही है.
3-0, not even
Sorry,
if
0-11 से
3-1.
तो
We
अच्छा
get
ही
some
है.
close games today. And yes, as you said, some of these moments that we've seen from Phase Zero today definitely show us a
Chat,
bright
मेरे को तो
future
Zeta
for
का
these
match
guys.
देखना है.
We definitely will see them
Shitty
in the
Tempo the
final,
goat.
especially tell me in this set that play he got separated from
Chat,
his
it's a
teammates
10-minute
somehow
break
still
now, I
gets a
guess. You
trade-off.
guys
I don't
can
know if
eat
that
and
comes
watch.
down to a fumble of
खाना खा के आ
Ryan,
सकते
or
हो
if he
chat.
just played it so well.
I think it was just a great play. I mean, he was kind of in a tough situation and still made great contact with the enemy side. So Phase Zero, a team that we'll be looking out for in future qualifiers, in future months. But for now, Rival Esports going to take control. Crazy Raccoon, like you mentioned, not looking their best. So that could be an interesting semi-final posing on that upper side. But now we move forward to this lower side of the bracket. And there are several teams down here that I'm really keeping my eye out for. One of them, of course, being SKC. This is a team that every single month has had a better result. It's somebody in the preseason that I thought was going to be great. And I think this is a big opportunity, especially a Zeta division that I think is good, but not necessarily as convincing as I thought they would be coming into the season. I think they're vulnerable. I think SKC
Chat, ये
have
तो
a reason to
SKC
strike in this lower side.
भाई
On that now as
95-5.
well, we haven't seen too much
Bro,
of
95-5. What the
convincing
fuck is
series
this?
from any of these teams today. It was always a 3-2, always problems to close things out. Is this one gonna be just as
Yo,
close?
Dragon, welcome to the
Context,
stream,
we had,
buddy.
like 3-2-3 scorelines in the whole entirety of Brawl Cup. That was over the course of 3 days.
Yo, Dragon,
East
welcome.
Asia is
Welcome to
obviously
the
gift that
stream.
keeps on giving today. It is so neck and neck. It really is, and you can just see how much the
Dragon
rest of
watch
this
party
region
में
has elevated themselves.
SKC भाई
Also,
SKC
CR
भाई
and
सीधा
Zeta taking
95%.
the spotlight. Everyone else has been putting in serious grind.
भाई इस आर्क को पेल दूंगा जेटा को वोट नहीं किया बैन का टका
Everybody is now we ride with SKC coming up on the next. Hey, look, as close as these have been, we very well could be in a world where we're 0-2, and we all know we've been in that spot before. It's not nearly as fun, is
That
it?
never happened. What do you mean? We're prediction masters, all of us, and we all say SKC is gonna
The,
take
these
this
mindly
one.
finals are
For me,
Japan
on
based
paper,
हाँ
quarterfinal number 3
yes
didn't look as close as
bro
two
I'm going to
before.
kill
There's
this
two
arc guy
quarterfinals
bro
where
how
once
did you
where I
not
felt
vote
like
Zeta
kind of a 50-50. For this one, I do feel like SKC has to come out on top, right? But as we're
bro
already
chat
talking
you
about
guys
this
are
matchup, let's show
underestimating
them it's
Zeta
SK
these guys are
Girls
underestimating
East Asia
Zeta
versus Insomnia.
भाई
And
बंदा
SKC
साइड टाइम
with
पर अकेले
Rose
कैरी
and
करता है उस
Nightwish
टीम को
have been extremely hyped up right from the beginning of the spring split already. Coming into the summer split now, they do come in with some momentum.
Zeta
as
या
in
CR
the
bro
last
Zeta
month we watched
always
them in
bro
April, they
shit टाइम पर
did,
जो भी टीम है I
a
am
victory against
voting
the
him
Zeta division. It was
simple
a close one. It was a 3-2, and then almost
वो ये लोग
also
कौन
went
है
the distance
माहो
against
चाय
Crazy Raccoon,
माहो ची
where they,
कोगा
found finally their master in the
I
grand
think
finals,
I
but so
Somnia
far
will cook
they're winning
SKC
against every single
नहीं नहीं
team
भाई
in
SKC
Asia,
भाई
except let's
Kuru
see
सब
what
हैं
so far.
पेल देंगे वो
Yes,
लोग.
their progression speaks for itself. You know, the first month, the quarterfinals finish, semi-finals the following month, and then the grand
Chat,
finals
I
finish.
don't
Not
even
quite
believe
first
Kuru
place,
is
but
a world
nonetheless,
finalist.
They are really getting better as time goes on. But Apishu, this is
Chat,
personal
Kuru
as well.
is a
This his
world
former teammates that
finalist.
he's pitched up against. So it's like the former effort result roster that he's going to be facing
Like
again
for
today.
real.
So that should, in theory,
बंदा बस
be
एक बार
better for
जीता
them. Like,
उसके
he
बाद
will
में
be able
बंदा
to
भाई
give
स्लाइड इन हो
information,
गया भाई.
valuable information to his teammates to really be able to get that edge over them today. Or maybe it's the sort of thing that can cause a team to crumble because, again, when you're playing against former teammates, you know, it's
नहीं
more
बोला.
personal.
I think the edge for SK Kalalas is really also having a coach that doesn't
Huh?
stay from the region itself. And I think the draft is really what is showing how SK Kalalas is really shining every single month. Let's see how they're feeling coming into June.
Naipishu, y'all had a very
और ये
solid
कौन है?
first half of the year, but now that Brawl Cup is over, do you feel more pressure knowing that your region is fully limited
Bro,
to 3
who is
spots
he?
after EMEA took the other 2?
なんかスプリングスプリットは、
Okay,
結果
translator है क्या?
良かったと思うん
भाई
ですけ
मैं
れど
डर
も、
गया.
今
बंदे
ブロックアッ
did
プが
not
終わっ
like this
て、
system.
世界選手
यार
権
ये
の
Google
出
Translate
場
off कैसे
枠
करते हैं
は、
यार?
3枠しかないということが決定されましたが、これはなんか、
बंदे को सिस्टम
もっと
पसंद नहीं आया.
もっとプレッシャーを
भाई
与え
एल
ますか
प्रीमो भी
いや、まあ今、僕たちだいぶ
कृष्णा
調
वो
子
आने की
が
कंदी का
いい
देख
の
एल
で、
प्रीमो विदाउट मास्क का.
まあとりあえず今月優勝できたら
ब्रो
まだ全然狙えると思う。今回優勝して世界大会狙っていきたい
भाई
なと
ड्रैगन
思
भाई
いま
ये
す。
तो कुछ खतरनाक ही बोल दिया तूने.
Yeah, we're cool. We're playing well. We're feeling okay. If we win this monthly qualifier, we will still be able to reach the world finals, which is obviously the goal. So we'll just do our best, try to win it, and then we're on a good course to go through.
Alongside that as well, with each passing month, you guys have had a better result. What is the next step to go from making a grand finals to, say, winning the grand finals in June?
まあマンスリーの結果といえば毎月毎月徐々にこの結果が良くなったと思うんですけれども、今月優勝できるために一番大事なことは何だと思いますか？
まあそうですね。まあ一番大事なことは、ピック、そのドラフト。まあ前回は決勝まではピック良かったんですけど、ピックが決勝あんま良くなかったので、今回は全部ピック仕上げて優勝までのピックやったんで、それが一番大事かな思います。
Yeah, so I think last time our picks were very good until the very end of it, until the final. So and then in the final we just our draft was very very bad. So I think that's gonna be the most important thing for us this month to actually win. We want to go with good drafts, good picks all the way to the final, and then hopefully we can win it all.
So it seems like the draft was giving them the edge, but also the reason, for him at least, why they lost the grand finals last month. They didn't go quite as far as they would have wanted in the last month. Now I feel like coming into today, looking at their scrims as well, Ark, this could be the month where SK Kalalas is winning it all.
Yeah, they've been putting in some serious grind. I mean, it's fair to say, and you know, I feel like this region
भाई
again
मेरे
is
को तो
not
ऐसे कैसे लग
nearly
रहा
as
है.
clear cut as any of the previous years in the BSC. You know, you can just see from today alone how close it really is in terms of competition. Now, yes, Crazy Raccoon and Zeta Division are very much out in front in terms of points, but with a 1.5 times multiplier on those points, a team like, you know, SKC could
Oh my
absolutely
God.
capitalize down in this second split of the season.
What
Looking at
friend
the
you are
maps
not
now, once
shorting?
again, they
क्या
have
यार
drafted
शुरू
by
नहीं कर रहे हैं.
teams. SK Kalalas was the
Zeta
last
will
start,
not
they are
win.
the
भाई
first seed.
क्यूबिक.
Now Crystal Arcade is a
भाई
member
अगर
of
मैं
the
अभी
scene.
गेम खेलूँ
Today
तो
is gonna be
लैग
their
तो नहीं
pick,
होगा.
followed
नहीं
by
नहीं होगा
Golden
भाई.
Gulch, now actually picked and not just the decider.
Wait chat,
SK Kalalas
can
with open
मैं ये
faces
stream नहीं
is
कर
something
सकता
with
क्या?
Lyric
Brawl
and
Stars
Triple Dribble
Esports.
is gonna be the tiebreaker map here. Do we get to see a tiebreaker?
I don't think so. I think this is where the streak ends.
Chat, can
I
I
hope I'm
do
wrong.
the
I love
stream or I
3-2s
can't
as much
do
as
the
all of us,
stream?
but this is the one that I would say it feels like a 3-0, 3-1 to me. I think deep down in my heart of hearts, it's my fiduciary duty to be honest with you as Brawl Nation. I think this one's a 3-1 at best.
We did talk a lot about SK Kalalas already. On the other side of the arena here, we have Insomnia, who have qualified consistently. This is the third time, I think, they're playing in the monthly finals, and they never
चैट
really
मैं
made it out of
स्ट्रीम
the
कर
top
सकता हूँ
8,
कि नहीं
but
कर
that's
सकता
still a
पता
solid
नहीं नो नोवा
season's
बैन
performance. These are the global bans.
राज
Edgar
भाई
and Damon
जेटा
bans
है
out once more. Naja and Kid joining them now.
भाई यार
So,
नो नोवा बैन भाई
yeah,
नोवा तो
we don't
ग्लोबल
have
बैन है
any
ना
shenanigans
यू
this
कांट
time,
प्ले
right?
नोवा
Kenny, you were casting
स्टार नोवा
the match before. Are you glad we don't get to see Edgar and Damon this time?
You
I
can't
mean,
play
from a
Star
perspective
now, I
of-
guess.
It's just kind of nice to see every team take a different approach. It's cool to see that
कर
in our
लो
most
stream.
recent
Chat,
edition
I
of
have a
Backdraft, that
doubt
everybody's
now.
kind of doing their own thing. It hasn't just
कर
been the
सकता हूँ
same
कि
set
नहीं
of
कर
4
सकता
maps.
हूँ
We've
भाई
all
पता
got a
चले
little
भाई
unique spin
कॉपीराइट
on the
स्ट्राइक
game
डाल
mode,
दे
which is cool. 95% of folks at home, though, riding with SKC. I don't know if there's ever a match in the BSC that feels
मतलब भाई
that high,
दूसरे
but
लोग भी तो
unfortunately,
करते हैं
I
वो
do think
कैसे
if I have
करते
to
हैं
pick a winner, I kind of see where the polls
How
coming
are
from,
they
right?
doing
It
it?
just makes too much sense. They've got a backing of history. I get it. I'm sad, but I get it.
We had 2 matches so far. Both of them went the distance. Let's see if quarterfinal number 3 is going to.
अब मजा आएगा मैच में
Are we going there as well? All the way is what we want to see usually, but SK Kalolis has been so dominant in scrims that I kind of fear for Insomnia it's not going to be an easy task. So far, never made it out of the top 8. Is today going to be the day? We seem to think not, but maybe they have some surprises for us in store.
Why do ESH never ban Pierce? I don't understand it. I looked at the map pool coming forwards and saw so much open range. I thought it was worthy of being a global ban.
अगर
So
मिलना
worthy of being a
होगा
first
तो
pick, it
वार्निंग दे
seems, on
देते
this
हैं
side of
अगर
things.
जेम
It's,
ग्रैब है भाई
it's
तो
wide open
कोल्ट
here
ले
for
लो
SKC.
मैं थोड़ी खेल
The
रहा हूँ
map draft very new here. I do want to mention here Crystal Arcade has
ब्रो
been that has been
एडगर
scrimming
बैन
on
नहीं है
once by Insomnia.
ओके
They
एडगर
lost it
डेमियन
as well.
बैन है
So
ब्रो
SK Kalolis definitely did their homework
लेट्स गो
not only in the brawler draft, but
कोलेट
also in the maps.
ओपन
Yeah, it's going to be
नहीं
something
है
new for all these teams, and I'm curious if it changes preparation, because when you've known your maps in the past, you're mainly focusing on those 5 in your quarterfinals, and then you do some in the semifinals, and if you're really confident, you go to the Yadolo Grand Finals. But now,
रफ्स इज अ गुड
everybody's just
पिक
kind of got to do everything. You find your strengths, and maybe these teams are just relying that their good maps are good enough to win, and then they hope they just put up enough of a fight on the losing ones.
For me, Ruffs and Pierce would be beautiful. Open up the map with the
ओटिस
Ruffs, have the supply drop to the Pierce.
नहीं ओटिस
Like,
अगर
this is
तू
kind of like
स्टू
a
पे
quite
लगा
an
तो पेल
open,
देगा तेरे को
clear-cut thing for me, but let's see whether it is the brawl which they deviate towards. But the need to ban, it's getting a lot of attention as well.
भाई
this
दोनों
one so
गोष्ठी
far
भाई
this
भाई है
season.
क्या
I don't know whether I'm a massive
दोनों
fan
एक जैसे क्यों लग रहा है
of the back pocket. It's not the worst of brawlers, but I think they just maybe missed a trick, no pun intended.
Anita's so much fun to play too. I don't know. They really don't like her, or she's
रफ्स
just
इज
too strong
अंडररेटेड ब्रो
against
रफ्स इज नॉट अंडररेटेड भाई अच्छा ब्रो हाँ लाइक ये बहुत अंडररेटेड है
Or what we're going to see now. Some of them we already mentioned. Mina, of course, is still going to be super strong. She's wide open as well.
स्टू का हार्ड काउंटर
As
सीरियस
Fang, for example. Let's see what we get to see actually as our
सब
second.
पागल है क्या स्टू ही बता रहा है
Alongside the Chester, we still have some options open also to counter Immortus, for example. Otis would have been.
ये पागल है क्या ये
to
लोग
mount
भाई दो
Immortus and beat him
काउंटर्स के
here, and
सामने
of course,
ओ माय
he's gonna
गॉड
do fairly well as doing some shenanigans in the opponent's side. Stu just picking up the gems, Wahoshi making sure that
Chester
the
is no
opponents
kill.
don't have a single second of
बंदे ने
rest.
सीधा नो स्किल बोल दिया
I still think Otis comes through here. I think if you're on this 4-5 turn, you need anti-tank, and Stu's kind of a hybrid mid. They have their aggressive option.
Yeah.
They need anti-tank, because if the 6 pick comes around and they grab something beefy that can do well, and they don't have enough damage output on this right-hand side, it's not going to go well. So they do grab DPS. I think not the exact same. I mean, it's not a clear-cut anti-tank, but it's also a flex carrier. It also has the hypercharge, which I think is lethal on this map. So I think that's allowable. I think very acceptable 5th pick there.
भाई इनका ड्राफ्ट तो अच्छा ही है अब ये लोग ओटिस ले लेंगे तो पिल गए
But here it can certainly have a place. Stu, again, not too surprised to see it today. I think we're going to see a lot more of it also. The Mortis is quite an early kind of son of the aggressor.
Kenji.
From SKC as the kind of
पर
answer
केंजी तो
to
पूरा
it.
फीड करेगा मो को
Just kind of
और वो
surprised they
एचसी
were
करके
willing
घुस
to sort of
जाएगा
took that much risk in the Mortis at that stage in the draft. Not globally banned here, not banned out, so that's definitely a brawler looking forward into the next sets as well that kind of needs to be on that horizon.
Interesting route for me. We have Chester being picked up on the left-hand side as the first brawler of SK Kalolas, and he has a pretty good matchup into all 3 members on the side of Insomnia. Now let's see what we're going to see of these 2 teams, if Insomnia can surprise us today. Otherwise, SK Kalolas should be making it to the semis.
fun start here as SKC look to continue their crusade. Had an
Bro,
excellent
Blood
end
is
to the sprint
Bird
start,
is
got
playing
all the way
Knight
to a
with
grand
Mortis.
final, and now they are heavy favorites in this quarterfinal number 3. An immediate takedown as well. They're gonna send this flexible mid in Chester. Part of the reason he shows up so much in Gym Grab, he can operate in the lanes on these Hard Rock Mines, these Crystal Arcades, or he can play the mid if you want to. So many different options. On top of that, if Mo dives in, if Mortis dives in, look at this. They can just get immediate tags. Love the team play coming out of SKC early.
Yeah, Ghost T, phenomenal.
Bro, like
sandbags
literally,
in those early
Chester
few
is doing
seconds,
his
and then
work.
Supply drop quickly earned and handed over to Kuri. Already.
And
full mid
Kenji,
control,
bro, Kenji, that was the
and
worst
clustering
super.
from Insomnia is concerning for me, honestly. Good taps again off the wall from Ghost T onto that Mortis. Honestly, they've got to be keeping a very close eye on Koga. He's the most threatening of this squad.
Stu's gonna have a hard time here, especially with the sandbags on the ground. Kenji, of course, he can dash away from, but just not gonna be able to easily kill. I feel like a lot of effort is gonna have to be put in for Mo to do damage, for Mortis to get up in the faces. There he goes, but a stun coming out immediately.
भाई क्या गोटेड सुपर मिला था कूरू को, like literally stun मिला बंदे को.
But that is the way to hold it back. And I think that for Insomnia, that will sting for sure. But in terms of gems, in terms of the objective, not too shabby. 6 apiece now. Hypercharge pop for Ghost T that left inside now, entirely broken up.
ये Ghost ही पागल है क्या? बंदे ने अच्छी सुपर अपने आप ही ले लिया. Noob.
Koga doing his best, but in the
Yeah,
just
luck.
not gonna be able to come out on top.
Bro.
Oh, beautiful tap as well. Nightpishu from the skies, sealing
Best
one, and now comes
super.
out with a couple gems for defense. Guru at 12 in the pocket, can now back away as Gene on this right-hand side doesn't have enough space, trying to deal with multiple brawlers at once, but they have to focus this Chester on the bottom of the map. Kenji with a hypercharge stowed away though, should be able to play defense. It was a close back and forth.
Chester
Like
is
you
cooking.
mentioned, objective started to look better for the right-hand side. But it was
Chester नहीं,
SKC
Kenji ने
that
cook कर
prevailed.
दिया bro
The
last
Canes
में.
from
Nightpishu ने
Kenji's
cook
save.
कर दिया.
Oh, pinpoint precision from Nightpishu. Unreal on that Kenji, making every single moment count. Not always easy, not easy.
Mortis तो exist नहीं करता इसमें. भाई
भाई
Mortis था क्या गेम में? मेरे को तो दिखा ही नहीं भाई.
And those takedowns were pivotal to turning things around, as it was so close until that moment. See a bit more from Insomnia, a bit more from Koga, ideally, as well as this, the aggression of SKC that is prevailing so far.
Everybody on SKC once again playing this together. The rotations going through as now Koga expands to the right-hand side. Wall break down early. They've already fed Ghost T a super. Lahochi just trying to claim one of his own as a Stu. That is so valuable. You have to be able to have some maneuverability.
वही तो
some
Mortis is
dashes,
the
so
worst
you can
pick.
make yourself count.
अरे
Right now, it's
Chester और
a
Ruffs के
lot.
अंदर
Kenji's
क्यों
this
लिया?
time to
Chester
just
के अंदर क्यों
strike
लिया
and stay
Mortis?
alive. Gene, kinda
वही तो
surprised
बोल
they
रहा हूँ
didn't go
मैं.
for the follow-up kill there. Held back.
I'm super surprised there as well. That would have been a prime opportunity to, you would wait, not waste super, but you would have to use super to ensure the takedown. But then you would be able to then put
Bro, ये बंदा
pressure
पेल
onto
रहा है bro.
SKC and stay in that spot, and it just brings
Mortis
all
कुछ नहीं
those
कर रहा.
buttons to spawn. It's a bit of a wasted opportunity for me, but 5 gems to 3. Insomnia still not doing a terrible job in terms of these gem captures. The Stu obviously going to lend his hand, and a nice dash there from Koga to not pick up that gem along the way to ensure that he can continue to stay on this aggressive. Kuro as well, going to be supered up by that supply drop so already.
Bro, उसने HC waste कर दिया.
Low HP to be
Bro,
able to-
how are you guys are wasting the
Careful
crucial
with the Mortis.
HCs?
You don't typically want to hold gyms, and now has to go at the enemy side if they want to put any pressure on the team. Nightpishu alongside Kuru once again surviving. Now a little take cover going out of Ghost T, a super going out as well. Wall break even more so going through, and that's just going to play into SKC's hands.
Yeah, the more the map gets broken up, providing SKC can stay in this control. Nice break again from the left-hand side. It's only really the right and that top left that's going to be able to
Crow
do
अच्छा
too
रहता
much
हाँ
there.
भाई.
Now with the speed zone, a chance to be able to heal up, evade these shots most importantly, and try to get in with another push. They push you
Crow मजे होते हैं.
and tries to get some value there as well as Koga now re-lurking this this right-hand side, but 3 gems above his head. That's enough to get a countdown easily if he drops them.
All eyes on Gene. Has the Mo hypercharge super and can dash basically across half the map, I would say, as a close guesstimate. Now encroaching on the right-hand side, all of SKC playing clustered up together. The take cover already down on the ground as Nightpishu tries to go at this. They know they can either get a kill or
And I don't even see.
There's the super. Gene diving and doesn't get the kill though, but
वही
ties
तो
the
भाई
10
बैन
kill count.
भाई ये तो
SKC
कुछ
still
ज़्यादा ही
with the
close
numbers,
मैच चल
goes
रहा.
to a countdown towards them.
Yeah, tough spot there for Gene. Couldn't really kind of go in any bit of timing.
By
to be
worst
completely
hyper
honest.
super.
Ultimately, there's not enough low HP to ensure it. Now 12 to 10. They've got to go on the aggressive big time here. There's a lot of healing that is required on the side of Insomnia. Koga on the right hand side going in, but not able to close the gap enough to get anything of value.
Nope,
Anything of
they
utility.
can't.
That first set
What
goes
the hell
quite
was this hyper
straightforwardly
charge?
the way of SKC.
Nicely done. Pretty convincing overall. I mean, we saw some signs of life coming in from that right-hand in, but overall, the red roster just couldn't match up to SKC, and I think the mechanics really shone through. It can't be the play of the day because we know what happened in quarterfinal 1 with that Colette, but I thought that Kenji, the perfect tap, a hard super at a professional level to hit as well. That X pattern, obviously, very predictable. These pro players have
नाइफ इशू पागल हो गया क्या?
Peace signs even coming out as the celebration from SKC2. Looking back at the draft, I don't hate it. I think the Stu as the first overall pick was where this went wrong. It was a really good answer. SKC grabbed the Chester, so they have anti-take in the pocket. This makes it harder to get away with something like a Mortis, a Mo if he dives in. And on top of that, they now have sandbags, which traditionally have been a really good way to do it, still deal with Stu. So I think SKC, just with a strong build overall, gave him a little flexibility towards the end. I think that's just smart decision making.
Were you surprised to not see the Pierce? I didn't want to bang on about it too much for me, just simply because, like, you know, although it's my preference, I'm not the pro. In a map that's so easy
क्या
to
यार
open
इन
up, I just felt
सोमने
like
वाला
it could have
टाइम
been
वेस्ट
something.
कर
I
रहा
think
है.
the Mo and the Mortis
लॉल
have kind
भाई
of
बोला
determined
तो था.
a bit, though. So,
अरे
I just
SKC
wonder whether there may have
कोटर
been a
टीम है
better
ब्रो.
mid on the side there of Insomnia.
I mean, I think very clearly after seeing Stu fall through, the one thing I will give them credit for is Stu is one of those kind of flexible hybrids, right? It can play a lane if you really want to, or it can play a middle. You can use the utility of either wall break, depending on the enemy composition, speed zone if you want the extra dash. Pierce is a great brawler. I am a little surprised we don't see it nearly as much as we see in something like a Brawl Cup meta, right? Where it was a really popular brawler. It's not like the guy's been nerfed or anything to the ground since we last saw him. It's a solid pick. I wonder if these teams, especially in this East Asian meta that we're seeing today, are clearly concerned about these aggro brawlers. I mean, they're really going deep in the bag to make sure they're pulling out the Kenjis of the world, the Mortis of the world. I mean, we see Kit, Edgar, Ban, Leon's coming out.
Insta
There's just
pick
so many of
Leon.
these assassins, and I think maybe Pierce can just get a little overwhelmed.
Angelo double ban here, Jean double ban here as well. Crow gonna be open here potentially. I love it when we actually kind of see duplicates, because rarely do we get the chance to see a nice healthy variety of
Brother,
brawls.
should I
think
take
brawls like
the-
Brock here as well, definitely gonna be
भाई
easy
बेल
for
लेनी
Crow to
चाहिए यार
open
लियोन.
to give options
भाई
RT as
बेल
well.
तभी लेनी चाहिए जब
Some of the
सामने
brawls need to
जीन
wait
है.
till late
जीन
stage
नहीं है तो
of
बेल
the
लो ही
draft
मत.
necessarily to be able to
बट
obtain.
गोल्डम कल्चर
I
ना
mean, there's
ओपन
safe
मैप है
bets.
ना,
You can
लाइक
probably
लेफ्ट
ever
राइट
go
मैप
wrong
है
with
ना.
the Bell as well. Ultimately, the more time goes on, the more you can land those nest
Like,
eggs with
but
Gus,
Leon
you're
का
expected to
gadget
kind of
मस्त
follow
है.
kind of pairing with that brawler. So whatever it is has to be something
लियोन
to
को
create
हार्ड
some
काउंटर
assert
क्रो या रिको
authority in
या
that regard.
No Gene, so I think both of these teams kind of had their eye on some vision such as Leon, so that makes sense that they grabbed that with the first. Obviously, the Invisi heal can really help out. Safe 2-3 turn here, going with Gus, the shield, the long range, the kooky popper. A lot to like, even though he hasn't been nearly as popular recently, to brawlers like you mentioned, like Pierce, who are still available here. Double sharpshooter. Don't know if we necessarily see that in the face of a Leon, but I think it's something the left-hand side can
ले
combine.
मीना ले लिया उन लोगों ने.
Yeah, Mina is a great pairing with that Gus. Really quite like that. And it just amazes me that Mina all day long has just never really been banned out.
Not banned,
people-
but always picked.
But
It's
always
wild.
picked,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's on that cusp.
But
isn't
like
it, really,
literally
when you
मीना को
consider,
कोई ban नहीं
the
कर
balance
रहा,
we've
but
got, there was potential,
I
for it
lost.
to be there.
कहाँ
But
पर हार
going
गया
down
मोनिश?
to SKC to add to this Leon pick, and protecting the lollipop drop certainly is going to be on their minds. And again, brawlers like Brock can kind of have that incinerary to go against it. Yeah, finally, Pierce coming through. I've got to be careful to not champion Pierce too much.
Yeah.
But we see it so often in other regions. It's just kind of one of those
लियोन
brawlers
की
that I've just
बफी
noticed is
स्पीक
not
भाई लियोन की
really
बफी भाई
translating
पेलता
over
है
to the same
सबको.
consistency as we're seeing it picked in others.
Curious if this is a Crow coming out. I feel like they want to protect from the vision of Leon. Instead, they just go full wall
Cold?
break. So I feel like this does leave some.
ओ ये लोग वो वाला
options.
कॉम
It's
खेल
a
रहे हैं,
pick,
बॉबी
though.
वाला
It is a
कॉम.
decently
कोल्ट
squishy
एंड
team. I
पियर्स.
feel like they could very well
पूरा
go
wall
with
open
assassin
कर
if
दो
they
और
really
पेल दो.
want. I don't know. I feel like this is an interesting composition. I feel like I don't see Colt too much on this map in general. The other picks have made a lot of sense to me, but I want to kind of see how the Colt fits into this picture as the well-rounded roster. What are they really getting at here with the Colt to try and prevent the 6th pick from being?
Yeah, I'm with you. I did, however, love seeing Cole picked up in knockout by Only Realm at the Brawl Cup.
I
That
lost
was
from
super
8
exciting
to
see.
4-9.
It's a really entertaining brawler to have, for sure.
भाई
I feel
अब
like
तो
they just kind of
ओटिस
wanted to
के
have options
लेन.
to ensure that the media
नहीं
can't
लिया भाई
or
ओटिस.
in the
ये
eventuality
पावर अप
you
दे रहे
mentioned
हैं.
of having there be a potential double assassination.
अब तेरे को पता है
having
क्या
that
होगा?
open would be, an advantage
ये
as
लोग
opposed to
हार
having to
जाएंगे.
tap.
इंसोम्निया हार जाएंगे
Leon as
most
well,
probably.
you've got to get that balance between wall break and allowing the Leon the places to
ना
place that
इनके पास
lollipop
सिर्फ
drop
2
in
brawlers है
and
लॉन्ग
kind of
रेंज.
assert
इनके पास
themselves
3
going
लॉन्ग
forwards
रेंज brawlers
using
हैं.
that cover. So again, communication will be very, very key in regards to
Bro,
how
I
you want
miss
to go about
Quake
this
in
one.
this.
But I do love the Colt. it's just got to be in the right hands in that regard to land the shots and to really get the value which it brings. It's a very high skill cap brawler.
Intriguing draft to say the least. A lot of what we've got out of East Asia today, and of course with Mina on the map, playmaking potential all around as Kuru goes to this left-hand side. Ghost T dashing around as well. One of the benefits of Pierce is he obviously can replenish his ammo, but those sandbags are so good to him. Look at this. He's going to have to recharge all that ammo just from exhausting. He can't even one-tap a sandbag.
Good break there from Nepishu. That silver bullet. And he is the man to really target those sandbags. Like you say, Pierce is going to struggle over time. Oh, look at that connections from Ghost T. Brutal. Onto Koga, who's able to narrowly
भाई शॉट अच्छे मारे मिस कर दिया सुपर व्हाट द फक
as well, taking a lot of shots from Nepishu. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from SKC. They are
yo
being
chat
brutal
like
in
and
their
subscribe
assaults.
chat
And Insomnia have been pushed back down to that bottom right.
They've really just forced their way through, like you said, and now they've cut off this grass as well. It's going to make it harder for somebody like Koga to dash around and catch enemies off guard with this fog closing.
chat see उन पे रेंज ही नहीं है अब they don't even have range वो फिर भी मार दिया ब्रो फिर भी वो लोग जीत गए oh my god
A beautiful execution. They grabbed the first round, but I am
कॉर्नर कर भाई फिर भी मार दिया
It was a long round, so SKC had plenty of opportunity to tear this down to their liking.
ब्रो what the fuck भाई ये क्या कर रहा है what the hell वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ
Last sandbag will fall, and SKC will just keep that mid control on their side. But as time goes on, Nepishu is going to continuously break these bushes, and Insomnia are going to have less and less places to hide in that regard. More sandbags down, lollipop drop as well.
भाई जितने sandbags करेगा उतना उसको लिए Pierce के लिए गोट है oh my god बंदे ने टैप किया पूरा
Not sure a hypercharge was necessary, but the super is nice because now this entire right
hype बर्बाद कर दिया
So SKC is this
yo तुषार welcome to the stream buddy
I'm curious if Insomnia just completely mix this up and go left. SKC obviously going to naturally trend to go that way, especially if you're a sharpshooter composition. That's the play, and there you go. They're trying to get sneaky with it a little bit. All three members being spotted out. Shield going down, complete miss though, as now Koga just has to back off. They can't get aggressive with this.
I like that from SKC.
ये लोग सुपर ही वेस्ट कर रहे हैं सब वेस्ट कर रहे हैं
Insomnia's minds were going to be at. Now Koga has super, but not really going to be able to use too much of it unless we get a gush shielding from Weochi. It's got to be him that lands those utility shots. Supply drop over. Now Koga is even more dangerous, more damage output. But again, it's going to struggle with no cover and no gush shield to be able to assert themselves forward. Now
oh my god tap
Jin takes a lot of shots, though he's going to be forced back. And he doesn't have the support anymore.
Yeah, and on top of that, now Koga and Wahochi have to make up for it. They have to be on the front lines. While
भाई क्या टैप मारा उसने
trying to heal passively as Naipishu keeps peppering them down with shots. A bullet storm likely in the making here. There it is now, a charge up of that. This is getting scarier and scarier by the moment. We're going to have to play around this window here on the bottom right-hand side. Wahochi barely hanging on. Teammate there for coverage, though. Red roster
oh my god नहीं Leon कुछ नहीं कर सकता
A great playmaker, but not nearly enough into a full roster. Nicely done. This is a tight set so far.
That was looking like a tasty cold beam, and it just turned so sour in motion. But Insomnia did need a pickup, for sure. That could well be it. Just a little bit of a glimmer, enough to be able to go in with a game in this one, with SKC ahead by one set. It is very much needed, but now look at the map. Now it's much more catered to their comp and their kind of play style. And they're going to capitalize down on moments like this. Whilst things are set up in more their favor, I'm surprised in all honesty they were able to make that last game count, considering the map was so
Leon is playing the boss भाई Leon कुछ नहीं कर रहा
So Koga gonna have to go to the back.
Leon बस gadget कर रहा
This has allowed SKC to push forward. Now they're all clustered on this top right-hand side. Beautiful bullet storm.
Leon बस gadget कर रहा और कुछ नहीं कर रहा
Super goes through, and speaking of execution, just entirely
भाई बंदा टैप मार रहा भाई नाइफ इशू सब कर रहा है
big time brawler. It can obviously make some spectacular plays, but I think in this situation it's probably smart just to wait for the green fog to close in, send us off into the next one. Don't charge any extra
Kuru
supers.
disappointing us
That's the thing, the green fog taking that long to close in because SKC just erupted onto the map, and it allowed Nepishu to get a nice healthy break as well and just have his way with that map. I mean, that was not really the round for me, and the approach from Insomnia was just not there. Again, you've got to capitalize down on these early moments when you're going to struggle to push forwards against it. So, not
भाई बंदा absolute cinema बता रहा है
Time will fully commit to the right hand end. They're going to stay clustered together, working on this skinny side of grass just to stay hidden. They want Koga to be able to get surprise attacks here, but Kuru, of course, can make surprise attacks happen of their own. Lollipop drop going down, invisibility, a little extra speed, just trying to charge up that super, especially if SKC get that rolling. I think that's where they're really going to shine. There it
भाई
is.
ये Leon, I don't know what is this Leon doing.
I like that they push you break there as well. Speaking of which, separates them. That bush being left open is going to allow that crossover to know exactly who is on what side.
That is Leon doing something.
There, the supply drop over to Koga. More sandbags out and another silver bullet from
भाई ये पियर सुपर कैसे मिस कर रहा?
quickly. Kuru finds the trade though. Still 2v2.
भाई कूरू मस्त खेल रहा. भाई अब किया ना लियोन ने कुछ तो, but फिर भी मर गया.
So this is surely now around unless the Pushu can find something tremendous here. I think it's going to be all too much to take. And he will fall. So very important round here.
Not working.
And Gene can now power up a teammate immediately because the superstars they got off the backs of that round. That trade onto Leon, I think, really changed up that entire round. Heck, this game, because instead of getting a surprise attack, it's now an even trade in the assassin versus the long-range Leon. They still have somebody like Koga up. I think they were set up for great success.
यार नाइप इशू काम कर रहा है, but ये कूरू कुछ नहीं कर रहा. Bro, Kuru is not doing the right thing.
Make any mistakes on this one. They push you as well, quite low. Not really able to get the most amount of value, honestly, out of that utility. Koga now coming down the top left-hand side, trying to get the pinch off there as well to prevent the flank. A good break from the Pishu. That was needed as well, but again,
Wasted hyper cold.
on SKC.
वे लोग ज़्यादा ही रश कर रहा है. अब इसने भी अच्छी कर दिया. इसका क्या वैल्यू? कुछ वैल्यू नहीं निकला.
Strikes, but only a few tags from the long distance. That's not ideal for Leon. Self-popping of the super there from Wahochi, just trying to march it forward, but again, no real tags, asserting dominance to get control of this mid, but now the green fog closing in. Ghosty with the super lined up, 3v1 situation. All of a sudden, Insomnia deleted amongst the map, and SKC...
Bro, that was a goated super by Ghosty. भाई Ghosty का मजा, भाई मजा आ गया super.
Each team capitalizing on itty-bitty little mistakes, and it's those little things that separate. I think that was big on SKC to come away with that. In round 2, losing Leon in that trade was pivotal, and then off the start, you pointed out, that Colt Hypercharge didn't get them a lot. I mean, it kept them alive, but you want to be thriving, not surviving.
Exactly that. The fact of the matter is, it's a really bold pick to have a knockout for the Colt. It's certainly going to get a lot of value just from the gadget alone, right? The silver bullet just being able to cycle in so quickly.
पर नाइप इशू का पता चला है कौन सा वॉल यूज तोड़ना चाहिए, कौन सा नहीं तोड़ना चाहिए.
But you still got to land it as much as you possibly can. It's a tough ball to make work, but so far it's the gadget that's doing all the work for me, and already got the break of the crossover from the bush.
ये लियोन का gadget
This is like a bit of a must-win set.
kind of working.
If they want to assert their authority on today's bracket, because Insomnia were getting some really good momentum, and to a point where they can still tie this one up, honestly.
Especially considering the shakiness, I would say.
Dad, तुम लोगों को पता है Pierce kind of diff Ruff, but Ruff ने अगर gadget कर दिया तो वो उसको diff कर देगा, but अगर Pierce के पास super है तो वो फिर से उसको diff कर देगा. समझ रहे हो chat?
Take cover on the ground as well. Naikishu dropping shots, but Wahochi with a beautiful place gadget. The Kuki Popper gets the takedown. 3v2. Goes T on the back lines, knows the inevitable, going to fall back into that green smoke and go away. Insomnia claiming an early round, and this time they're going to be able to charge up Koga immediately in prime position to really steal this round number 2. This could be a set going their way.
Yeah, SKC now have got to really pull up their stops here. Some good shots though. Those sandbags did wondrously well. Koga, oh my word. Having to duke for his life there, and a lot of missed shots between their pitch there and Ghost T. Might be a saving grace here. Now approaching to the top side of the situation. Still struggling to find...
Bro, Leon, what is Leon doing? Bro, Leon is doing nothing.
It didn't really work out, and there's every chance that they could have got a 2v3 scenario out of that.
Insomnia on eggshells though. They're on this
dodging
for their lives, as you mentioned. And Kuru's still in position here. They're shadowing this Mina up on the top. So Hochi tries to get the long-range battle back in their favor. They left Mina all alone to fend for herself. Now everybody grouping back together here. Somehow Insomnia have gotten this far. It really felt like
Mina dodge बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है. अरे Mina वही तो dance करके मस्त मजे ले रहा है ना.
Because there are many opportunities where Hochi now has to pop out a shield as well. Ghost T as well, forced out the hypercharge.
ये सब hypercharge कर रहा है.
It is Insomnia who are doing better in terms of the taps. They push you now as well. No, Koga popping the windstorm.
Oh my god, chat.
Just to be able to survive
Bro, knife issue.
Are able to turn things around despite missing so many shots along the way.
Bro,
They're
what
still
the
surviving
fuck
on.
is happening?
I can't believe Insomnia didn't grab that round. It really felt like they were going to be able to come away with that. Instead, though, it's SKC with the early pop. Now a bullet storm going down. The 6-shooter putting in work. Really good plays. Now
Oh my god, knife issue.
To work with, though. A Hurricane available, a Gust Shield available. I think they just need to send Koga in a moment's notice, recharge the health here, and make one good attempt. The more they can land on this Hurricane, the better for them.
And that is the start of dreams for SKC here. That's what they were trying to achieve in the previous rounds. Now, in a 3 versus 2, they've got the hypercharge there off the Leon and Kuru. And I haven't really seen too much from him, so now is the time for him to pop off. Wahaji got nowhere to go now in a 3 versus 1. Koga is the last
Nope,
man
failed,
standing.
yeah.
And it feels to me like SKC will survive this against all odds. And that really says more about Insomnia because they should have won that set, in my opinion. It should be 1-1. SKC up against the ropes, did not back down, and were able to stay standing. That's crazy.
Big steal of a set, and I think that could have been said for either team. It felt like a lot of little mistakes were being made from both ends, but neither really able to capitalize on them, I would say, at the same time. I feel like it's just been a lot of back and forth, and the whole theme of the day for me, despite this being a 2-0 scoreline, it just feels even the whole way through. It feels like every set, there is potential for an underdog team to take it. And I love seeing this region get elevated. I think the world was quickly reminded at Brawl Cup where they stand. It is EMEA's world. We are simply all living in it. I think that's a motivator for teams like SKC who see their brethren fall in a 3-0, in a 3-1 fashion to somebody like Foot Esports. I think they want to show that this region's got more to it. I love seeing these, not younger teams necessarily, but those down the leaderboard really show their stuff here. So SKC escaped with one, but you can see it on the leaderboard here. Very close overall in kills. I mean, just a few separating this one.
Going from what you were saying about Brawl Cup, I feel like for me, it was the best time for teams to realize that they were slightly behind that region, you know, because then going into the World Finals, similarly as last year, right, with, you know, SK Gaming and Humble, out in front, it just allows people with time to now look from the surrounding regions, the time to prepare going into the World Finals. And that's why we're just kind of seeing immediately East Asia rising to the plate as they did last year with Crazy Raccoon going into those World Finals and that LCQ run, which almost ended in disaster for them as well. But perseverance, you know, it really is quite key. Another open map for open business. Hot Zone is the mode. And you know, this again, if memory serves correct, is another SKC pick of a map. So you know, this is why that last set for me was a really must-win scenario for Insomnia, now up against the ropes and not their map of choice.
Couple typical bans and some more unique. So the gray strategy is now out the window. You saw that on Hot Zone earlier today, so we're not going to get any cheesy composition like that. Few anti-tanks out of the way too, so I was curious what their choice was going to be because Chester was still on the board. I would say that's the typical click first. If not, it's usually Otis, but it's going to be Ims actually on this one. And now Wall Break comes to mind for me. So Ruff's removed, but Griff is somebody that, especially on this left-hand side, I want to keep in the back of my mind as we proceed.
Yeah, I agree. Finks as well can have a good time here. Definitely a brawler like Luke can have some good utilities, some good a way to assert authority on that zone to ensure the capture. But Wolves
मैं first pick कौन लेता है?
Wolves being broken by Griff. Yeah, Luke gonna come out, but again,
Bro,
that
no one
range,
plays
be a
first
bit
pick.
cautious,
और ये
with it,
RT क्यों ले रहा है?
It's always a brawler which I think is just a fantastic.
Sorry,
brawler
Lou.
also, but it has got weaknesses.
First
for
pick
sure.
MC कौन
Stu
लेता है,
as
bro?
well, certainly is a brawler that can get in the face of a Lou and you know, evade it around those freezes, which is so pivotal to making it work at all.
Really early click on
Kenji.
this 2-3 turn for an assassin. So I think, especially into somebody like an Ims, I'm not particularly worried for Kenji. Ims, of course,
Kenji
has
is
the ability to
also
push back with
good.
Gadget, but even still, I think Kenji can kind of hold his own, especially when he swipes through somebody, he can heal a little bit. Top that, like you mentioned, you just need control. And Ims to control Brawler, also a little anti-tank in there. Lou, same exact thing. That ice rink covers up the entire center of the zone. And that's
Chat,
a
वे
huge
लोग
focal
throwers
point.
नहीं ले
Curious
सकते.
on the right-hand side, tries to grab something like a Finks of their own because that Tsushimi slash will be slow motion. And on top of that, they get control of their own.
And it is to be Finks coming through then for
Finks ही
Insomnia.
लेंगे, Finks ही लिया
This
है
is
ना?
an option, but against the Kenji's
वही
quite
Finks
hard
भाई
to land
पूरा
those
counter
shots,
कर
and when of
देता.
course you've got to ensure that you've got someone on your teammate side to defend against it. So I think the Finks is going to provide a great amount of cushioning. in that
वो लेना
regard,
चाहिए भाई,
and
वो
you
काम
can
नहीं
certainly
आएगा.
have the Pierce in the
तुषार
hands
वो
of
काम
SKC
नहीं आएगा
potentially
इस
here.
वाले मेटा पे.
Lacking some aggression
अब
for
का
sure,
assassin
but
मेटा है
they
ना,
need to
वो
have something
कुछ
to
काम
really
नहीं
provide
आएगा.
with that Kenji. So kind of curious as to whether they do try and dare for something like a Mortis. It can be quite a hard thing as a loot to play into that. You go with the Stu, yeah. I think that's probably their best
Stu
bet
लिया है.
in regards to having something to really pest that loot.
भाई ये
Oh,
लोग
flex
सीरियस
pick. and I think they can go wall break if
Oh
they want. It's
yeah,
the one fear I would have for this competition.
सीरियस ले
is,
सकते
I
हैं
think they're
लोग.
looking out for possibly a thrower here at the end because somebody like Finks and Ems not necessarily going to do great into that. Ems has a piercing shot through the wall with Gadget, but if you do that, then you don't have the pushback into Kenji, so there's a lot of mind games going on here. But that's something as a 6 pick I would have been worried about. Now that's not so much of a concern. I think this makes this a little more difficult for somebody like SKC. They're going to go for the peak shots. They're going to go with Mo.
मो लिया है भाई, मो भी अच्छा ही है.
Mo's memo right now. On paper, I don't
वो
hate
nerf
this.
है.
I just kind of want to see how it plays out. I'm open to see what goes down with this.
Yeah, it's kind of like my third game mode for Mo, working down from Brawl to then like gem grab and double swoosh, and then now open business. It's not necessarily the map that I think is going to be best suited for, but it's certainly a concerning brawler if you're able to cycle those supers. Going on the zone is not nearly as straightforward.
Bro,
Moving with
let's
the Ice
see
Block
what
gadget
they
could
can
be a
do.
deterrent of that if you want to ensure that survivability and just try to waste some of that utility. But I'm looking for the Sphinx on the side of Insomnia too, because that is a brawler which needs to be able to cycle those time warps in more often than not.
Gene not using a speed zone immediately tells me that they're going to be running.
Who
that
will
ball
win?
break
I
as
think
well.
SKC will
Otherwise, they
win.
would've just dropped it off the rip left-hand side. The peak shots from Ghost T on paper, the one-on-one interactions is something I'm looking out for with Mo. Into Ems, into Stu, whatever side lane they've got, they're going to have the distance advantage. They're not going to be able to feed the Stu or the Ems. I actually think this could play out really well for SKC.
I'm liking the way that they are utilizing the cover, but as quickly as that, Gene will break some, and that is the thing. As they feed into that Stu, they're going to be opening up the map a lot, but then they have got
Bro, बंदा zero ड्रैग खेल रहा है.
Ghost T, very great value from him as well, and they're literally continuing the assault here. And Wahoshi probably going to come back to him, maybe. I think it's the best.
Bro, Ghost T ने fail दिया, lol.
Be in position for this next push.
Insomnia really need to do it as a group as well. Another dash going through, a teleport away, a complete miss, but a freeze on top of that, so a 3v1 situation. It's SKC simply winning lanes right now. They're keeping Brawl Stars simple. Win lane, win game. And especially as this map opens up, sure, that's great and all, but now Ims is going to have a slightly harder time. With this win on the wall break side, it's also a loss for your other brawler. I just feel like it's really going to be hard for Insomnia to put this all together.
They're not really working together as a unit. They're so far behind now as
Bro,
well.
ये लोग तो पूरा ही diff कर रहे हैं. वह इनके M से कुछ काम नहीं आ रही.
And as quickly as that, I just don't see a way in which if they are able to obtain a team wipe, able to push back off the side of things. It's now match point. SKC have got themselves into a wondrous position where, by getting it to this stage of the sets, with a comp that is clearly troublesome for Insomnia, I just can't see Insomnia fighting back. They're going to have to make so many adaptations now. It can be done, but it's not going to be easy.
Right. Road to victory is
इस
significantly
बार
harder.
कुत्ते
Now
ने
that we've
काम
seen this
कर
play out in
दिया.
real time,
कुत्ता की
especially now
कूरू,
that you
क्या
have
बोल रहा है
actually
भाई?
more than 30 seconds, I would say, to reflect on this. I mean, these guys are making big decisions at a lightning break speed, thousands of dollars on the line, and they're still clicking brawlers with confidence. You love to see it, but this Mo is just capitalizing on lane victories. Finally, a early good start, I would say, for Insomnia. Almost to 10%, but on top of that, they've got numbers. They need to keep Gene in prime position. It has to be a nuisance. It's their only real aggressive
Guru.
brawler.
Curious tapping straight off the bat already, a super down as well, but now, oh, he gets the Stu as well. That's ridiculous, and he might not even burn down here on a
ये
100
fail रहा है
HP.
bro.
Wondrously well played by that man here, but the aggression still now from the M's and the Finks of Insomnia pushing their way forwards. And SKC now needs to retake, but Courage did so well to survive in that position.
Much more even in terms of matchups as well. It really hasn't been SKC excelling yet. If anything, it's been more takedowns for Insomnia. Despite that, though, Ghost T with the dive in will try and get a trade back down.
गलत मिस टाइप. अरे चलेगा भाई, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं.
Now Gene will grab one of his own. Back and forth the whole time, a much slower pace, I would say. In terms of the fighting, it's all over.
चैट मेरे को साइड टेम्पो का मैच देखना है, बट मेरे को जाना पड़ेगा चैट. यार काम आ गया चैट.
Just the time warp now is going to delay that advance.
Bro, knife issue. क्या goated super मार रहा.
Control from Insomnia. Now Nipishu can try to make some space, get a few swipes here, left and right, but Gene is doing a good job of keeping him back, continuously tapping and dashing backwards. And SKC now just about able to find some space to breathe that takedown of Koga.
This is the time where the long dash comes into play too, because Kenji can't swipe at the same rate that Stu can dash away, so there's constant space going down. Speaking of space, Nipishu trying to create something for his own team.
भाई नाइप इशू जो खेल रहा है ना केंजी विदाउट फीड खेल रहा है बंदा.
I think thought about tempted maybe using that, but instead he's gonna have to deal with this ice ring for now and back away.
SKC have got to keep Wahochi suppressed here. The hypercharge of Ems is just so dominant. The right hand side, Gene going
Let's see, Mo, let's see.
of these hypercharged flames. Nipishu gets a swipe though, shuts it down. That could be absolutely beautiful for SKC, who get a trade there as well. Now two on his own. Ghost T
Bro,
comes
बंदे
in,
ने
and Koga goes down. And now they should be able to get
No,
this done. They can just
simple
get
done,
on this
understood.
Now approaching 80%.
Constant pressure for SKC, but a hypercharge for Wahochi.
हो गया chat. SKC जीत गई bro. Literally 3-0.
Actually be able to hold on to it. SKC respect this. Space out, but Wahochi gets to hold on. What a great mind game and play comes out of them.
यार but फिर भी ये लोग जीत जाएंगे I guess.
Super now is a time when SKC need to retake now. It's about to be level apiece, 83% each side. Whoever goes down now is basically going to throw the game.
SKC with an opportunity to end things right here,
Hey,
right
bande
now
ne.
on match point. They grab the first, now looking for a second to teleport away as well. Wahochi holds on though.
Oh my god.
Is the biggest concern. Ghosty
Bro, what the fuck are these guys doing? These guys are selling.
Hold on for dear life. It'll be a second match point.
भाई sell कर दिया. भाई नाइप इशू ने हद से अच्छा नहीं किया.
We saw Insomnia struggle to do this in knockout.
ना केंजी ने हाइपर चार्ज वेस्ट कर दिया
In
bro.
the final hour, can they come forwards in hot zone to get this going forwards? They've not been off the mark. They've got some rounds here and there and some games, but sets is what matters here.
केंजी ने हाइपर चार्ज
If
मिस
they
कर
don't,
दिया
it's gonna
लास्ट
be a
में.
sweep, and SKC will proceed to the semi-finals. It is still match point. SKC still have the advantage here, and a comp that can absolutely get it done.
SKC forced the teleport out of Koga early, so now that's going to be on a rotating clock as Gene doesn't have a super, looking for an angle here, but Naipishu just disengaging, not even interested. They're not worried about space. They just want to rotate Naipishu closer to Ims. They know that Kenji can deal with this, so thinks he's either going to have to focus the mid or help multitask on this top right-hand side. It allows Kuru to step up a little bit, but nonetheless, building time. Look at this. Insomnia already at 40%, not even double digits for SKC.
It was 1% for so long.
ये SKC क्या कर रही है? SKC throw कर रही है chat.
To do so, and Koga got stunned out, but is behind the wall safely. He couldn't land additional shots to follow up and get a kill.
Like they are controlling now.
Insomnia doing a fantastic job of preserving
भाई नाइप
their
इशू भाई
life
क्या
now.
गोटड़ खेल रहा है ब्रो
Taking a
केंजी.
to break this, top right-hand side in just a few
भाई हक
seconds.
दिया. बंदे को जैसे ही अच्छा बोला बंदे ने हक दिया.
Going on the aggressive. Naipishu going to dance again on that top mid there with Wahochi. Here's a good swipes. It should be potentially even a trade here. He stays on top, and all three members, most importantly, of SKC actually stay standing.
Difficult hill now to climb for Insomnia. They have a super from Koga, and they're going to have to force it out. Look how slow the ice rink goes down on the top left-hand side of the map. It's now Koga on the right-hand side, fully expand. Gene going at the faces of the enemy. Naipishu backed away, but Kuru tiptoeing his way onto this, capping as well alongside it, 75%.
भाई मरना नहीं था उसको.
Just a little more work to go.
There is time for a comeback here. Insomnia did it previously. Kuru going to lay that down onto the mid there to deter anyone. Wahochi goes in regardless. Pops there as soon as gets a little few frames. of
Bro,
visibility,
this
but
guy
should go
failed
down
दिया
here.
भाई.
And that might be a mistake. SKC now might be able to stay on the zone, especially as Naipishu
Bro,
is
fail
the
दिया.
high in terms of HP. He's got to dash and juke around this. He might be able to do it alone. No, goes down. And now that time comes in at just the nick of time.
भाई ये हर बार ये लास्ट में क्यों चला जाता है?
Insomnia need a stalwart of defense as now Kuru releases the super. They can't step on this, and Naipishu can. A dive into the air. Kuru steps onto the ice as well. Rotates out, goes
Bro,
T,
fail दिया
but
chat.
just enough. It looked close, but I couldn't quite see if it was a photo finish or not.
चैट सीधा 3-0 कर दिया मुंह
Look
पे.
like they are in control of that one. Smiles round for them. We'll get the confirmation through in just a moment, but I'm certain that that is them taking it.
Yeah, got confirmation. They did end up winning that. It looked like the Mo was possibly going to go down there, though. SKC slide by, and on their faces, too. They certainly don't look disappointed, right? I think they escaped with a win there.
I mean, honestly, neck and neck, though. Insomnia had just so many chances to cause upsets. I just kind of feel for them here. Like, they just maybe didn't have that level of ice in the veins to pull through with it. I feel like that we could have seen this go the distance. I think that 3-0 scoreline is going to kind of plague today's bracket somewhat, because having just come from, you know, 2-3 scorelines to that, which was easily one that could have been the same, I feel like they just kind of choked it. I just feel like they should have done that better and had many attempts to do so.
And I think SK Kalalas know it's true. You saw it in their faces. They didn't look overjoyed making it into the semi-finals. It is a 3-0 in the end, but a close one at that. It doesn't really reflect how close each of the sets really was.
I need.
Still very competitive. I'm still impressed with this region as a
Two
whole.
more
And
games.
SKC sliding by at the very end there.
चलो
Some solid
chat.
drafts, some very interesting stuff.
Now I
And
need
think
to
by
end
time
the
this season's all
stream.
said and done,
क्या
the
मेरे को
draft in
Zeta
this
का
region
देखना था,
will
but
stand out compared to the others. And
we
it's a lot
will
of fun
see
to
it
watch
after,
them. This
but
aggressive
not
meta
now.
that
I
they've
have
got
to
going
go
down
now.
certainly sets up for some big time
Bye
plays.
chat.
I was really impressed, honestly, with East Asia so far this